Hey,
You guys have to tell me if it's working because I started it.
you're gonna need your bug too.
Don't see it.
Yeah, it doesn't show online for me either.
You're in YouTube's, right?
Oh,
It is now. I had to refresh. I see it now.
On my YouTube channel.
All 119 of your subscribers are watching.
All single one of them's.
What did you tell it?
Keep Windows 10.
it's Updog PM, was
Yep.
it? Or
Yeah.
It's youtube.com/@updogpm, like the @ symbol, because for some reason YouTube decided to do it that way. And I don't know why.
Oh no, they think it's the new hip thing to do. Everyone is at something.
Yeah. Well, here we are after it's been a couple weeks.
good luck, everybody.
Do we have a?
Hey, Purple Donnie.
We're gonna need it.
Do we remember where we were the last time?
We just.
I was snuggling up with my honey by the fire.
Were you?
I was watching jealously. I
Let's go back
called.
and try that bartender again, but
I don't know. At this point, I think Lucy might be gay.
Yes, you guys defeated some crazy people who disintegrated into water back into the ground, and then you gathered by the fire. You called Jimmy, let him know that you're on your way. So there you are, sitting by the fire.
So let's be on our way. We gotta go meet my boy.
In the middle of the night?
Is it night?
It is turning evening, yeah.
It's turning evening. Perfect time to head to
we got
the
time.
tavern.
It's true.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. Whatever you guys decide to do.
Wait, shouldn't we check? Did we check their
Bodies?
stuff?
Their bodies?
Well, they disintegrated, but they left like coats and stuff.
Yep.
Didn't I have a cloak or something?
Less than cape.
I thought we looted the bodies.
Yeah, you
Did
looted
we-
the bodies because there were just a couple of like potions. I forget who grabbed them. It's whoever has them in their inventory. And then Nick took the pearlescent.
Yeah, I have one of the potions.
He took the Thresher cape. Threw that over top of himself. So you've already looted the bodies. The bodies are actually gone.
There aren't any bodies. The bodies are just nothing.
Yeah, they just left behind their clothes, pretty much.
This one that has the 10, 20, 34, up to 100.
What is it? It's a 10-sided die?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it has 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80.
So
0.
you can use it just as a regular 10-sided die, or if we need for some reason to find a percentage of something, then you'll roll both your 10-sided dice, and you'll use like you'll use both of them, like kind of add them together to determine like a number between 1 and 1 and 100.
I see. I was just curious.
Yep.
But I actually did take the cape. I didn't remember doing that.
You did.
I thought you did.
Sure.
If you don't want it.
Well, let's. Can I like see what's up with it? Is it just a pretty cape?
Remember it does have some effects. The pearlescent, the cape grants you swim speed equal to your land speed.
Oh.
And a +2 to athletics checks. Donnie, you might have to remind me what like normal swim speed is. Is it just considered like hazardous terrain, so it's like halved, or Is it something?
So you'd have to make athletics checks to be able to move. I believe it's half or a third of your speed normally. With the swim speed, you don't have to make any checks, and you just move through it like you're walking.
Right.
He's skating.
Throw them skates on and get that extra.
Extra speed.
We already agreed that would work, even if it
cooking
doesn't
in
make any
water.
sense.
So I'm rummaging through my inventory.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm trying to remember what happened to that relic.
What happened to those rat guts?
What relic? The one from Dundalk?
When we were at the docks with in Dundark.
Yeah, that stayed behind.
Okay, it stayed with the bad guys.
With Matt Damon and Ben Affleck.
Yeah, we took the blades. I thought that was a fair trade.
For now, he let us have them temporarily. You can come
I
back
have it
anytime.
written down that I have 1 hero point.
Okay.
I'm assuming I still have that. That was
Yeah.
on my
Yeah.
last.
I have 2.
I used all mine. I'm back to 1.
So
To like edit this.
Let me make this
Ooh,
smaller.
I can edit this.
Yeah, so what would you guys like to do?
I want to head to the tavern to meet Jimmy. That's where we're supposed to meet him, right?
The Salt Lagoon, yep.
Yeah, the lagoon.
Yeah, let's go. We don't need any. I have a watch light. We can see. Let's go.
Onward, sailors.
We're currently right outside of the temple, right?
Correct.
I mean, we don't want to make sure there's nothing other than the temple here. Do a perception check and make sure.
To perceive. It might hurt if I do it, though.
I want to jump off of something so I can use my cat fall.
I got a 12.
A 12 perception.
I will try to perceive the island or wherever we're at, whether it be in. Ooh, that
I
was.
got an 11.
I got an 11.
Yeah.
11, 12. Any other perception checks?
Wait, you.
It's a pretty temple.
No, he only has one.
I only got a 12 as well.
Jesus.
Temple's
11s and 12s.
made of stone, and
Separate picture is double-sided. You have
there's
to
some
save
trees.
it.
I climbed a 10-foot tree and then I jumped out of it.
Putting them both together.
Just to say,
I think without,
I did.
so it seems like you just walked down from a 10-foot tree.
Yeah, that's what I just did it just because I could.
Yep, you land safely.
I continue to do it until we were ready to leave.
I climb a 25-foot tree and say, "Haha, asshole!" and I jump down safely.
I
have
roll
a
me
fall
and say
too?
I'll meet y'all at the lagoon.
Mine's 25 feet though.
All right, Lucy starts
Bastard.
walking off.
I'm out.
Felix starts trying to kind of stomp out the fire with his boot.
This boot.
It's mostly
Pour
just
water.
embers now.
Actually,
Thanks,
I
babe.
would like to. I mean, this is like an island, right? We pulled up to it, we land ahoyed it, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to use all my new skills and go swimming underwater because I can. Kind of a badass in water. I can breathe underwater. I can move literally underwater. I mean, there's no real good reason to right now, but I can just do it.
No. You could end up in like some kind of combat underwater.
I'm gonna run into a shark.
Jamie,
Punch that shark in the
for us.
Jimmy.
All right, fine. I'll
Yes, waiting.
explore that really awesome thing that I can do later.
As soon as we get back to the to where the boat is, we'll be by the water.
I put my skates on very sadly and stay on the sand,
on the dirt road.
dirt
You're
road.
kind of like shuffling a little bit. It's kind of there's a lot of like little rocks and stuff, and
I'm kicking rocks very childishly.
Is
No,
all right, you guys
Lucy's playing "Dust in the Wind" as she
I
skates.
offer Dino a piggyback ride to the lagoon.
Me?
We're
Jump
moving
on your
towards the
back?
lagoon.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right, you guys
Weird.
start your walk back to the Salt Lagoon. Sun's
Move
going
it.
down.
Not me.
Well,
Start my
everyone's walking
piggyback
except for Dina, who's riding on Lucy's back. So it's just
Kicking my
like so
legs.
now you were at the front because you left first, but you doubled back to pick up Dino. Now you're at the back of the pack as everyone else is walking off back towards the Salt
I'm
Lagoon.
also her backpack while she's in the back of the pack. Got a Dino backpack.
It's getting pretty dark, so yeah. I mean, if Rick is going to use his watch light, it might come in handy. Just so you guys can.
Oh, I'm
see
using it.
where you guys all have your cell phone.
Unintended.
Your cell
It'll
phone.
be in. It'll
Nice
be in.
way,
handy.
baby.
So yeah, so you just begin the walk back, and it's just dark and pretty uneventful. Not much noise, or you can't really see anything because you're surrounded by trees on both sides, and it's like so everything like outside of the watch light is starting to turn pretty dark and almost black. You make it back to the Salt Lagoon. Jimmy is sitting at a chair at a table outside the tavern.
I put Dino down and I say, "Hey, Sailor."
Aye, it's about
Thank
time you all made it here. I've been waiting.
I hope we didn't
Sorry,
keep
Jimmy.
you waiting too long. We're sorry.
It's if we're headed to Port Brunwave, this is your last chance to get a drink before we go.
I
Yes,
think-
I say let's grab a quick shot or two.
Or two.
And we'll tell you all about our latest experience while we're having a drinky.
I go in and I order drinks for me and Felix.
Okay. So you go up to Bart, order a couple drinks.
Bart.
Oh, before we go any further, in terms of currency, did we decide like Donnie, like 30 gold pieces would be good to start everyone at?
$30 gold doubloons.
Donnie, read it.
Sorry, I'm playing with multiple screens. I think that we had determined. I think we said 100 for the group to split.
100 for the
Which
group.
would
Okay,
be
so like 20.
20 each.
20 each. So you guys all
20
have
gold doubloons.
20 doubloons. Add them to your inventory or keep track of that. I'll make a spot for it on the next sheet.
Okay,
I
well,
guess.
how much is a drink, Bart?
20.
20 schmeckles.
20 gold doubloons. Yeah,
25
if you're
schmeckles.
ordering, like, is everyone getting a drink, or how are you doing this? Because it's
Now I need to know how much it costs. Now we're limited.
we'll
One
say,
I was
gold will
wondering me
probably
and
get you all
Felix
drinks
yeah, I will say that like
for
yeah,
the
like,
night.
1 gold will buy you all at least 1 drink.
I'm gonna put mine
This
in.
round's on me.
I'm gonna put mine in a nice savings account with a good interest rate.
A nice low yield.
Roughly
Low
speaking,
yield.
think of gold
I
like
buy
100
everyone
bucks.
a round of drinks.
Thanks.
Welcome.
All right,
Are
so-
you tipping? Are you tipping Bart? I'll tip
Does
Bart.
1 gold piece
Yeah, take
cover?
care.
You didn't say how much it costs. Does it cover a good tip?
It should
So
be fine,
is-
I would think.
every drink is $1.
No, $1 will be total for all 6 of you.
For everybody.
Well,
Okay, gotcha.
or 7 of you, I guess. If Jimmy's getting one, as well,
And Felix.
and Felix, yeah. So 7 of you.
And Nelson.
Nelson
Does
doesn't
Nelson
drink.
have a
I was
separate
gonna ask for some
inventory of the
simple
balloons?
syrup in a cup for Nelson.
It's
very sweet.
because it's like Donnie, you might have to correct me. Is it 10 silver equals a gold?
Yep. So 10 copper is a silver, 10 silver is a gold. Essentially, think of a gold like $100. Easiest way to kind of look at it that way.
Silver's. You said silver's a dime. Is that what it was?
So silver would essentially be $10. Copper would be $1. Gold would be $100. That's probably your easiest way of converting it that way.
We each have
A
2,000.
good bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gold. Your guys are carrying gold.
Gold.
10 copper equal
platinum
1
now?
silver, and silver equal 1 gold.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna change in all my gold for all coppers instead.
Give me change.
Fucking asshole.
I'm gonna carry it with you. Adds against your weight.
And then I'm gonna carry it around. A
Okay,
giant sack of money on it.
I'm gonna ask Bart. So has anything happened since we left? Was any interesting people came into the bar tonight?
He's cleaning his glass. Says, not too eventful here. Vesta has departed. It seems she came in for one last drink before heading out.
You know, Dino's gonna sleep with her later.
TMI, Miss TMI. He starts scrubbing the counter with a rag. He's feeling very uncomfortable.
Listen, I can still totally blow it. Don't put my business up there like
If
that.
you're lucky.
And
Sorry.
so he's prepared cocktails for all of you to drink. Yeah. So if you guys drink,
Let's have a cheers to new adventures.
Cheers, y'all. I'll have a
We're
drink.
also be rich.
Happy sailing.
Happy sailing.
all right, everyone
Happy
takes a
sailing.
drink.
Smooth red.
Everyone needs to make a fortitude saving throw.
Oh, hate to see it.
Oh my god.
Why are there consequences to drinking? That's not how real life works.
23.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Good fortitude.
Fortitude.
17.
Okay.
Oh no, Slate.
I got a 10.
10.
You rolled a
Oh
nat
man, you're
one.
wasted.
I rolled a
He
nat
is
one.
a lightweight.
Oh no. Slate is feeling it.
I had a feeling I should have said I'm not gonna take a drink.
I asked Bart.
It's one cocktail.
I asked Bart for some water for my friend.
I mean, you're just like woo, like you're just.
Yeah, he's not feeling
You're not,
sick
like,
or
completely-
anything. Or
No, you're not
wasted.
gone,
You
but
just
you're just like-
you're feeling a nice buzz, actually. Like
Yeah, maybe I didn't drink enough water today, so that one
We had
cocktail.
roll too high.
The sea air.
he brings you an ice water, a nice refreshing cold ice water. He makes like a complex lemon twist and puts it on there. Gives it to you with a metal straw.
Very-
Yeah, so you guys
What
are
did you roll, Dino?
28.
Right? I didn't hear yours.
17.
Yep, and Lucy got 13 and you got 23, I believe, right?
Yeah. What about Felix and Jimmy?
Oh, you
Felix
wanna know
is
what he
wasted.
rolled? Jimmy rolled a 13 and Felix rolled a 12.
They're
feel like-
pirates.
Jimmy's 13 is different from my 13.
Probably.
It's
Maybe he's a crusty old pirate.
So yeah, so you guys are just like drinking your cocktails.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's anyone different at the bar that we might want to talk to before we set sail?
Sure. I mean, yeah. If you'd like, you can make a perception check. Oh my god, look back through.
Well, that I rolled a 10.
Okay. Yeah. You.
Oh, I rolled a nat 20 for perception.
Okay. You
Which is
notice some of
28.
the same people that you saw before, like those older folks sitting at the same table that they were at before. There is a guy sitting at the bar. You saw him before, but you didn't talk to him when you guys were here last. He's like a short, stocky man. He's got a buzz cut, 5 o'clock shadow. He's got a gold earring in his left ear. He's got brown pants and like a dirty yellowing, kind of puffy white shirt. He's just drinking a beer at the end of the bar.
I want to make conversation with that guy.
I want to make a conversation.
What are you going to say to him?
I'm gonna go get a snack.
A real life snack.
Don't you already have one, Ruby?
I think they have
I
peanuts at the bar.
I'm just gonna say, hey, how's your evening going?
He's leaned over like with his beer and a mug in his hand, his head a little bit slumped, and he just gives you like he turns his head like barely to acknowledge you, and just gives you like a little nod.
Little nod.
Well, not me, the expert in conversation.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to say more to him, you're free to talk to him more.
I'm gonna say I'm Lucy.
Make a conversation check.
I just rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, that was for looking around.
Yeah.
Oh no.
What have you done
I
lately?
used to see that guy real good.
20.
20. Okay. He takes another sip and he just takes the mug down enough for him to utter his name back to you, and he says, "Jude." And he takes another sip.
Anyone say, "Hey, Jude"?
Now's the
Now.
time.
Now's
Now.
the time. If anyone wants to say that.
I say, okay, nice to meet you, Jude. You come here often?
I'll come here a bit.
It's a nice place.
It is what it is.
That's
This is like
what I
talking to
would
someone
say.
in an elevator.
He continues drinking his beer.
Drink.
You continue to sit by him or stand by him, or what?
Yeah, I'm nearby, but I'm hanging out with these guys now because he's boring me.
Said enough of Jude.
All right, he just
They should-
continues to drink.
I went and chatted up the old people last time, so I go and say hi again. Hey, how you guys doing?
You see,
Old Nancy?
Nancy's there, yeah, and Locke and James. And Locke looks up, he's like, "Young man, come over here, And he kind of waves you over to the table.
Sure.
So you go over there, and from what you remember about this guy, he's not all there in the head. He kind of goes on and on talking. You get the feeling that he has no idea who you are. He just kind of saw you, and he's kind of he's in that habit because of his memory not being great of just making the assumption that if someone says hey or whatever, that he probably should know who they are, and so he offers you a seat and sees you're drinking, and he kind of holds his glass up to clink yours.
So I cheers him, but I say, no, thank you. I appreciate the offer. I'm hanging out with some friends over here, though, and we're all drinking together. But it is nice to see you again. Locke?
He's like, oh, yes, carry on then with your friends. I don't want you to leave them.
Oh, no worries. I just came over to say hello. It's great to see you all.
And Nancy says, it's nice to see you too, young man. Did you find the
Apparently
man you were looking for?
Not quite yet, but we're still on the hunt. But I do appreciate your advice from before. I haven't offended anybody enough to the point where I'm dead yet, so thank you.
Says, all right. Well, yeah, you have yourself a good evening then.
Cheers. Go back
I'm
to
gonna ask-
the group.
I'm gonna ask Felix, is there anywhere else that we should stop at on this island before we set sail, like to get supplies or
Felix,
chat anyone up about what we're trying to do or what?
Felix says, there isn't really very much on this island. You know, we've been to the temple, we've been here, you've seen the docks, obviously. Yeah, this is a pretty small island, so you have seen most of what it is we have to offer here.
Okay. You're coming with us, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I still need revenge on the man who gave me the shiner.
Plus, you get to spend some more time with me.
Oh, that's always a plus as well.
Okay. I finished my drink.
Cool, you guys
I'm ready to go.
finish your drink.
Wait, I finished my drink and pocket the fancy metal straw that came with my water, was it?
Uh-huh.
Stealth check.
And leave a silver coin on the table.
There you go.
Okay.
I was gonna leave a fucking gold coin if you didn't do anything.
Okay, so yeah, you see Bart. Yeah, make a stealth check for me.
Okay.
You're gonna get us kicked out of this damn bar.
He's good. He's trained in stealth.
10.
You rolled another nat 1. Bart clearly saw you take the straw. He's like, he saw you. He's still shining. He's just shining a glass behind the counter, but he sees you put a silver on the table, and he just kind of lets it slide.
Because he saw me do it and we made eye contact,
Yep.
I put another silver piece on the table.
And he looks away from you like he's not worried about it anymore. So he just
You've literally
I
paid
just-
for it now,
I just
so you're
spent
good.
$20 on a straw, guys. It's okay.
hey, he's coming in.
It was worth it.
Well, maybe be a little fucking sneakier next time.
I'll try.
You're getting all your nat 1s out of the way. It's good. It's what you want.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
don't get me wrong. Metal straw. That could be useful.
So
But
you guys polish off your cocktails and I guess kind of like say goodbye to everyone that's there. Bart gives you a little half nod. Jude doesn't look up, and the old folks at the table all excitedly like wave to you guys as you're heading out the door. Yeah. So you guys are you guys headed back to the ship?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so you guys head back to the ship. As you're walking back, Jimmy says, "It'd be about a day's journey to Port Brunwave. I suggest you all get some rest." So you climb aboard the ship, and it's up to you guys if you guys want to go to sleep for the evening. Jimmy will, obviously.
we're sailing.
You guys are getting.
Oh,
ready to-
Jimmy. No, not Jimmy. If Felix is sharing a cabin with me,
Felix is sharing a cabin with you. You said.
we're gonna get to know
Yeah.
each other.
Gotcha. Okay.
Many rooms?
Okay.
What?
How many rooms are there?
Oh, jeez. I don't remember.
How many
There's
bathrooms are
enough
there?
if you for you guys each to have your own room.
Okay.
I gotta pull up the ship blueprint. 1, 2, well, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 bedrooms.
That's a hell of a yacht.
Yeah, they're not huge bedrooms. I mean, it's mostly just room for the bed. But
Yeah, so there was nowhere for Felix to sleep anyway, so I just invite him to share my cabin.
Mm-hmm.
well, there's only 5 people in the Sunrise 5, and then there is a 6th one. There is
And
one,
there's Jimmy, right?
and Jimmy, but Jimmy mostly, if he needs to snooze, he snoozes in the captain's chair.
Wait, what are y'all talking about?
There is one room that has like bunk beds, and then one that has 2 twin beds. The rest of them have like, there's one with a full bed, and there's 3 of them have queen size beds. So it doesn't really matter which one. You guys all go to sleep for the evening. It's fine.
I call it queen size bed.
Me too.
Kidding, doesn't matter.
I'll do the bunk beds or the twin beds. That's fine.
Just put them together. Put twin beds together.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So okay. So Ruby and Felix go into the room with the twin beds. Are you pushing the beds together?
Yeah, they are.
I don't want to leave Ruby with that. We can switch.
No,
rooms.
I'm thinking that I'm gonna show him a cool tricep dip trick with the twin beds.
Oh my god.
Okay. You can make either I guess an athletics check or performance check.
Should make
Felix is
both.
about to make a performance check soon.
On 25.
25, yeah. So you just start ripping tricep curls off the edge. I mean,
Curls?
tricep dips off the. You get your hands on like the bed frame of one of the twin beds, like in between them, and you're just like curling, and you're like, huh? As and he's like, it is quite impressive.
That's not really what I had in mind.
Well, what did you have in mind?
It made me think of that scene from The Office where like Ryan starts doing the push-ups next to Kelly.
Yeah, seems like enough room to do my tricep curls, and you start.
Let Ruby describe the situation.
No, it's
Because we
fine.
were doing push-ups every day.
Trying to
That's
get
what's
it.
impressing.
This is a children's stream, actually, so I can't talk about that. So, I'm just kidding.
I'm not gonna like suggest what position I'm gonna start Felix out in and then roll for it. We just do a bunch of
I was
shit.
just wondering what you were
That's-
doing.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, are you guys fornicating? Because I didn't get that. I thought you were literally trying to impress him with your muscles.
So I
No, like
heard
we would use the
Yeah.
twin beds and his feet would be on one
Okay, so now
Bed.
you're straight describing
Yes.
it.
and his arms would be on the other and he'd be doing tricep dips and I would be in between the two beds.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now I get it. Now I see it.
Did you do an athletics check?
I do see it, but
That's
So I
fine.
rolled a 25.
25.
Lucy,
Yeah, so you-
your way
okay.
so lonely. Like,
So it is because that does seem like a difficult thing to pull off, and so like Felix he's still just like, this is quite impressive, as you guys. Okay, so yeah, night goes,
Etc.
etc. Yeah, we'll just censor the rest of it, and so you guys, after that, I'm assuming you get some rest at some point and like kind of sleep through the rest of the night. It's the next day, so it's been quite a few hours since you guys started sailing south towards Port Brunwave. The sun is coming up. If anyone would like to go outside and make a perception of kind of where you are, or like,
nah, I'm not falling for that trap. I'm gonna stay in bed.
so Dino's
I'm up
sleeping in.
early, so I'm making coffee for everyone, but let me peep the sitch first.
Okay.
Pete the Sitch.
21.
All right, so you're brewing
Right?
some coffee. What's your perception?
8 plus 13.
So you are just out there. You're brewing some coffee, and kind of you make yourself a cup, and kind of step out onto the deck, and you're looking ahead to like the direction that you guys are sailing. And you see smoke on the horizon, like black smoke. Yeah, and you guys are sailing like straight towards it.
Okay, I go up to talk to Jimmy. And I say,
As soon as you walk in, he says, "I see it. We'll be cautious from here."
is that where are we going? New Brunwave, Port Brunwave?
Port Brunwave. Yep.
Is that Port Brunwave on fire?
No, we're not quite there yet. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna find out.
All right, be careful, sailor. Here's some coffee for you.
I appreciate it. You guys continue to sail. You get a little closer. As you get closer, you can tell that this is a ship that was on fire. It was on fire, so it's like burnt, blackened. There's just like still smoke coming from like little areas of fire, but it's mostly burnt up. The sails are completely burned. Is
I have a
Marshall?
situation.
Okay.
Oh, snare monitor. I was like, what is happening?
I'm gonna have to go up there.
We can take a couple minutes to recess.
Sure.
Okay.
So can we
I'll
still
bring
peek-
everybody coffee while she's doing that.
we watch the Guardians
Alright,
ship?
you
I mean,
guys can
I would-
like
I'd like to like search the ruins of the ship with my underwater abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Right, but I don't think Ruby wants to miss anything.
I'm fine with that too.
I don't know. He just kind of settled for a second, so we're gonna just.
All right, we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you guys get closer. You see,
What
like,
Vesta ship is it?
you don't know what Vesta's ship looks like.
I'm asking Jimmy.
Well, Jimmy may.
Well, it's pretty burnt. It's burned almost like beyond recognition at this point. It's been destroyed. You see it's mostly blackened, and there's bodies kind of strewn about in the water and like kind of on what remains of the deck. Anyone that wants to can make another perception check.
Yeah, I want to ask Jimmy if he has any like clue as to who they may be, or
Got a 23.
Okay.
also a 23.
You want a perception check?
Oh no, 22.
I rolled that one.
Yeah, Rick looks at it and is like, "Is that our ship? You think it's your ship?"
I had Rick some coffee.
Thank you.
You need this.
I'll wait for Amy to return if that's okay with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what's new with all of you IRL?
Just sitting here patiently waiting for NSYNC to announce their tour.
Buy a ticket check?
I read something that said they might be doing the Super Bowl next year.
I was wondering if it's gonna be something. I will give anything to go to an NSYNC tour.
Say again? No, I didn't.
But you couldn't pay me to go to the Super Bowl.
That would be really expensive
pricey,
anyway.
yeah. Pricey. Well, if anyone's interested, WrestleMania is in Philadelphia next year, so.
I'm not interested in that. I'm saving all my money for NSYNC tickets if it even actually happens.
I think it's gonna be the next like Taylor Swift tour where like tickets are crazy and they tour everywhere.
No, I think it'll be like a 3-month thing, like a really limited tour, and it's gonna be a bunch of 30 to 40-year-old women screaming like 13-year-old girls.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all
Sounds
gonna.
like a good dream.
As it should be.
So that's what I'm looking forward to. Even though it's not necessarily happening. Oh, and Jason Mraz is on Dancing with the Stars, and I love both of those things, so I'll be starting to watch that next Tuesday.
Off first episode to watch.
I have one rule: don't watch a show that Tom Bergeron hosts.
He hosts everything.
Who is that?
Doesn't he host the show?
No, friggin' Carlton hosts it.
Oh yeah.
Bergeron must have
Bergeron
used to
used to.
host it.
Yeah, he did.
He's a white man with gray hair.
He also hosted America's Funniest Videos.
He used to do
Yeah,
Hollywood
like-
Squares and
Did a lot. He hosted a lot of
he's
things.
done a lot. Anyway,
Alfonso, who
I was gonna
hosts
say,
it.
I don't think he'd appreciate it still being called Carlton. That show's
I'm
been off the
sure
air
he
for.
doesn't mind.
About
That's where
25
his
years.
money came from.
He probably minds if people are like, do the dance. Do the dance.
I mean, he won the season that he was on, and he did the Carlton multiple times on that season. So
It'd be funny if like he only did the Carlton.
Yeah, but he's getting paid to do the Carlton there.
true.
It's like Fortnite stole his dance and didn't pay him for it.
Didn't Fortnite like take a lot of dances?
Yeah, they took it a lot. They took like Turk's dance too, like from
I
scratch.
feel like all kinds of dances. I thought.
They took
That's
flossing
weird.
from the Backpack Kid. And I'm sure a lot of other things that I don't know the names of.
Yeah, I don't know the name. They probably all have names too.
If you want to cringe at something, they used to. I don't know if they still do, but they used to like throw these kids parties, like that were called Fortnite dance parties. And there's like videos on YouTube you can see, and it's just like a crowd of kids like doing every dance they know from Fortnite, like in a big crowd.
Okay.
But they're all terrible at them.
If they were really good at the dances, that could be funny. But like,
It's just
they're
cringy.
really bad at them.
Use the restroom. Excuse me.
Skibbity wap-pow.
Shoobity boo.
Yeah. So you see the ship. I'll just describe it really slowly. There's wood.
It's not our ship.
Is it made of wood?
There's some wood.
Was it made of wood?
Made of wood?
It's darker now than it used to be because of the fires.
That makes sense.
What type of wood was the ship made out of?
Gopher. Gopher wood.
It's balsa.
What is this?
Very buoyant.
Oh,
Mahogany.
It was not an entire boat of mahogany. That would be crazy. It is
a rich mahogany.
petrified oak.
It's actually made entirely out of number 2 pencil.
Oh boy. The anticipation of what you're going to find on this ship.
Anticipation.
It is going to be extremely underwhelming. The longer we wait.
I'm gonna jump in the fucking water at some point.
Just do that.
You will need to
Have it now.
if you plan on
Jimmy?
exploring.
I could tell by the way you were equipping me with underwater things that this may be useful at some point, but I'm gonna make use of it all the time. You know what we should have done? We should have figured out how to become waterbenders or stone, whatever they did to use it, used to do it.
Stab yourself with the blade and see if you become some kind of water creature.
Yeah, maybe. That would be the master of water. I'd be like fucking Aquaman and Korra.
Definitely should have learned how to become water benders.
Nothing is impossible.
You roll high enough.
There's no limit to the amount of nat 20s I could ask for.
How many nat 20s before I could become a waterbender?
I did just see the newest season, the Stoats, after you told me. That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's funny, man.
I
I mean, there's only so much you can do with being a Stoat, I guess. But
yeah, but I'm actually like, I sent you a link to that that podcast, right? The Worlds Beyond Number.
yeah,
So,
yeah, I
like,
believe so.
They did a like this bonus episode of like they have like a Patreon only kind of thing that they're doing, and it's a campaign where it's 3 in the party, and it takes place on a farm, and the three players are like farm animals. So one is a chicken, one is a goat, and one's a horse. And the plot is that like there's this company that made fake corn called Kern, and it's like and all the farmers are using it to like to feed all the animals, but the animals would rather have regular corn. So it's
Sure.
like they have
They
to
like obviously notice the difference.
they notice the difference, and they have to like there's like a fair where there's gonna be like corn for people. So like they're trying to like get back to their original.
That's funny, dude.
Yeah,
I
and
like that a lot.
The system they use is like they only use a D6, and like they only start with one ability, and it's do anything. So anything they try to do, they roll a d6, and if they succeed, then they can gain a new skill, like open door or like whatever. So like
my
they just have
goodness.
to keep like gaining new skills like to
Trying
do stuff.
That is funny as fuck.
It's funny,
It's
Brennan.
like an open format from the ground up kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know what system that is, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, every time you roll like a 6, like you gain a new ability. And yeah, so like Brennan plays this like old like elderly female chicken. It's so funny. And Lou Wilson is like the horse. And like and then Abria Iyengar, who's like the DM in the
Yeah.
she plays the goat. And it's like it's ridiculous. It's just insane.
Who's DMing?
Erika Ishii.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
She's the first time DMing, I believe.
That makes sense.
You can tell.
That is a funny premise. Yeah.
But the premise is pretty funny. I liked it. But Worlds Beyond Number, like the main campaign, is fucking really cool. But it's the arc. The first arc just ended a couple weeks ago. That one is like much more broad, like fantastical world with like, spirits and witches and shit.
Yeah.
But the story.
Finally, I'm done the first season of Unsleeping City.
Yeah.
I can get on to some of the smaller, like shorter ones. I can actually get through a little easier.
We got to get through Escape the Bloodkeep.
Yeah, we gotta show Amy again. Our first episode.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to put that on the TV? I mean, do you want me to put it on the TV?
Put it on the TV.
Well, Mike said we should, so.
Do it.
Put it on the
Do it.
television.
Do it.
Put it on the TV now.
Put it on TV. Put it on TV.
So we are going to the Renaissance Fair this weekend.
Ooh.
Rainfest.
There's a rain like terribly this weekend.
Yeah, the likelihood did go down a little bit, but it's probably going to be awful rating wise.
Well, Saturday is really the day that looks really bad.
Yeah,
the other ones
that's the day we're going. So,
oh, of course.
we don't. I mean, you buy the tickets in advance, and there's like nothing you can do about it. So it's just like,
Of course, like it's been beautiful all week, and then you're gonna go on Saturday. It's gonna fucking rain.
yeah, likely.
Dumb, but hopefully this will be fun.
Yeah,
You said last time you wanted to go when it rained again, so
yeah, it'll be different with like 2 children in tow, but we'll see how it goes.
I do remember that being something that Amy said.
It is.
You
It
want it
is
to rain.
they do different type shows. Like if it's like rated really bad, hopefully it's not like torrential.
Yeah.
We will see. We will see.
We shall see.
all the shows will be no shows.
That would be super lame, and I would want my money back. They all cancel.
Empty stage.
Like they try to like do the opening of the gate or whatever, and like half the trumpet, the horn people don't show up, and the king's not there.
All the food just like gets rained on as you're trying to eat it.
This is turkey soup.
A cup of mead is just like half rain water.
Oh.
Ooh.
Didn't Marshall get the memo?
Marshall, it's time to go to sleep. You must stay
You
in
must.
bed and stay asleep. Yeah, they just had doctor's appointments yesterday, like checkups, and they both got a clean bill of health, but they
Good.
also got like 4 shots each. So
Poor babies.
a little feverish, a little achy.
A little swollen. A little sore.
This.
Yep.
A couple of baby crows.
Oh. Anyone watching anything interesting lately?
Well, on that topic of, watching things and you guys playing a pirate game, I feel like this is my regularly scheduled time to evangelize the One Piece adaptation that came out on Netflix.
I've heard about it, but I've never even watched the
The
anime.
what adaptation?
One Piece.
I've
It's
heard
what-
good things.
It is the number one thing on Netflix for the last couple of weeks, adapting probably the greatest piece of media in all of history, in my personal opinion.
What is
the greatest piece of
yeah, and all of
That's a pretty
One
bold
Piece.
statement.
It has been my favorite franchise for over a decade, so I was very excited for this when I found out that it wasn't going to be trash. But yeah, it was fun the whole way through. I actually got a friend of mine to watch it, and he's actually switching over to the anime afterwards.
Isn't the anime like 10,000 episodes?
Huge.
1,000 episodes, but
That's close.
I can't.
it's just that good.
I can't start that. It's way too.
It's that is
That's
overwhelming.
why you
thing
watch
to-
the live action.
I'll
It's
watch
only 8 episodes.
I'll watch live action. Yeah, and I know that I'll enjoy it. It's just like be fun to watch.
Already picked up for season 2 apparently, so
Mhm.
it is going to continue.
It's a good sign. Unlike Cowboy Bebop.
Hmm.
Okay, so
That's a very short run, right?
that was
Mhm.
one season. It got canceled. Yeah.
Well, what about the original Cowboy Bebop?
Well, people liked that one.
Yeah, I mean it's a classic.
Oh, okay. You were talking about a Netflix reboot.
Yeah,
or
Netflix
what?
did a
live
live
action.
action. Yeah.
Oh, live action. Oh, Netflix did a live action Cowboy Bebop.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was bad.
I have not seen it. Oh, I haven't. I also haven't seen the original series. I've only seen like one episode. So.
Yeah, I saw a few
guess-
random episodes of it.
So they haven't watched. I never watched any anime on Netflix. That for some reason they're not suggesting these things.
One Piece is always there.
Yeah, One Piece will be that number one spot. All right, back to the ship and the terrible burnt ship in front of you. You've made perception
Native acrylic.
checks. You see mostly black. There's soot everywhere. Like I said, dead bodies. Jimmy rushes out of the control room because he looks over and sees Vesta sitting.
Oh no!
Sitting on like the burnt dock of the ship,
Okay.
with her back kind of against the broken mast, the broken mainmast, and her head is kind of just like slumped, looking down in her own lap. There's blood
Okay, so she's
rushing
alive.
down from her face.
I follow Jimmy.
He's just looking over the edge, like, and he yells for
Oh.
Vesta, but she doesn't move.
We have to,
We have to get over there.
I jump across.
You go to jump across, and Felix is with you, and he grabs you by the waist, and he says, "Hang on, love," and he cuts a rope and grabs it, and you guys fling across to the other ship
It's the first thing.
together. So you guys both land on the deck. You kind of land, and like the wood gives way a little bit. It's pretty weak.
It does.
Yeah. So now you guys are on the deck.
Okay, I'm gonna check her pulse to see if she's alive.
Yeah. You can actually see that she's still breathing.
Yeah, you
But
can say like hi.
Where's some
hello.
coffee?
Okay, I'm gonna. It's Vesta, right?
Vesta. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say Vesta. You don't know me very well, but this is Ruby Zambar, and we're gonna get you off this ship.
Her head is down like this. Her eyes are kind of like barely slitted open, and you can see she's very, very badly burned. She's got huge like burns on her face and like kind of in her hair up here. Yeah, and so her skin is like very like agitated and blistering, and she's unconscious. Like she doesn't hear any of that.
We still have a rope to our ship, right?
A rope to your ship? No. I mean, you use a rope to get across. There's a rope dangling. But like
there's
you
gotta be
can't
some
pull that.
sort of like ladder we can like put
Right.
across.
Don't they have like a plank
Sure.
thing that they use to connect ships?
Yeah, if you want to kind of like find a like something to kind of put over to connect the two ships, you can do that.
Well, I want to make a perception check on the ship that Felix and I just jumped on. See if there's anything afoot that like we need to be careful. Probably should have done that before I jumped on the
Yeah,
ship.
you can do a perception check. Go ahead.
Felix was so smooth with it though. Like he was like,
It's like between a 10 and a 12. Can I re-roll?
Yeah, if it's cocked, then yeah, reroll it.
It's like at an angle on the cushion.
Yep, reroll it.
Okay, a 12. Hold on. A 20.
So 20.
Dirty 20.
You can see that the mast is cracked. It looks like it could give way. And like, so like there's a lot of it standing up still. The sails are gone, so this could give way and smash down onto the ship at any moment.
Okay,
Alright,
I'm gonna ask Felix to help me find a plank that we can use to connect our two ships.
yeah, well, probably not one of the burning ones.
You would have to do
like,
that from the other ship, like somebody
Yeah,
from over
we're
there.
Okay,
gonna do
guys,
that from
can
the
you
other
get
ship.
something to connect the two ships?
Yeah.
We can get her over.
Wait,
All right,
and
let's throw
Scramble
the down, and
to
then
look
yeah,
for
find a plank.
the plank. I mean, it's a yacht, so it doesn't have the
Yeah.
plank.
We
But
could always just break something off the
Well,
side.
Jimmy kind of has like packed a sort of like extendable
Planks,
wooden
got it.
device, like
Go
the
for it.
kind of for this type of situation, not for this type of situation, but to transfer from boat to boat. So
There's
he
a-
can pull one from supplies and like kind of put it across.
Well, let's do it. Let's try to do it quickly.
We gotta hurry, guys. Does
the
a
extended
20,
plank, we throw it
does a
across.
dirty
Yeah.
20 tell me if there's anyone else on the ship?
Everyone you look around and there's just bodies. Looks like everyone's dead.
Ruby, just pick her up and bring her over. I'm working on a soothing tonic for her right now. And something for
Okay,
her.
so Felix and I gingerly lift her up and
Mhm.
go over the planks with her.
Well, as soon as the plank gets laid across the like railing or whatever of the ship, I pull out duct tape and I start wrapping it just to make sure if the ship gives way on the other side that at least this is still connected so they can make it across.
Okay.
Alright.
So yeah, so Ruby and Felix are carrying Vesta back to the Toomerang.
I'll be on the other side, ready to accept Vesta.
Yeah, you will.
Especially
you
if they
guys
don't
make it
make
across-
it.
You guys make it across fine. The mast is still there. It's still kind of, you hear it crackling a little bit. But
Is there any chance that it could fall onto our boat? Should we move away from this wreckage?
from the way that you see it, it looks like it's going to collapse on itself, kind of onto Vesta's ship. Is that Olivia?
Gus is so
Oh, it's Gus.
adorable.
Oh, is he
I
playing with the
chuck
tent?
I cut the duct tape with my knife and fold back up the extendo plank and give it back to Jimmy.
He loves playing in the play area, and he's playing in the tent with one of her bracelets.
On the camera, can we see?
No, because then you'll see the rest of my disaster. later.
All right, so Slate pulls the thing back in and gives it to Jimmy. Jimmy stores it. It kind of just like clicks into a spot next to the side of the like to the rail. So it's there, and you guys have Vesta, who's unconscious.
She's unconscious.
Yes.
Give her that tonic.
How am I gonna give her the tonic? She can't drink it if she's unconscious.
See you there.
You could force her to drink it.
You have like
Put her in one of the bunk beds.
Well, we have a metal straw.
Play inspiring Jimmy.
Straw, we never
Jimmy
know.
has gotten some blankets to kind of.
Okay, I'm giving her the soothing tonic.
Do we have a first aid kit? Any smelling salts?
I mean, I have medicine. I have some points in medicine. So
Jimmy has some like equipment to like stitch people up and stuff like that. But yeah, so you
I'm
give her
giving
the
her-
soothing tonic.
soothing tonic, and I also I whipped up like a burn cream with some herbs and stuff,
And
like
spices.
lavender and calendula and aloe.
Okay, and you're gonna rub that on her face.
Yeah.
Her head. Yeah, so you start to rub it in there. You see that as you give her the tonic and she does take it down, her breathing does kind of seems more regulated now than it was before. It was very slow before, but it seems back to a normal kind of thing. She's still unconscious, but no longer dying, as you have stabilized her.
I'm sorry. With my dirty 20, was there any like gold or treasure or anything on the ship?
You didn't see any. No.
Ruby tried to loot the shit.
But if it's hers, I want her to have it. Like, hey, sorry all your crew died, but we got your gold.
Yeah, if we got
It's
it from
right
the
here.
scales.
Or whatever other valuables she might have had.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I could go. I could dive deep down and find some. Maybe.
We don't know what caused this wreckage, so maybe don't jump in the water.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. Yeah. So Vesta is stable, unconscious.
Dino, I feel like you should be there when she wakes up.
Yeah, I'm planning to stay
thanks.
by her side because I have like a good Java for her when she wakes up to help heal her up a little bit more. And I want to know what happened.
You can heal her at any time.
Oh, well then I give her the Java.
But just keep in mind that that's
Just
going
already
to
made-
use up a spell slot for you if you do that.
Ooh.
Are we all back to?
If she's stable and she rests, she'll go back to full health eventually anyway, right?
She will heal in time. Yep.
Can I take a coffee break with her?
I would say not at this time. You can't do that. Not with her. She's not in a physical position to drink your coffee.
Okay.
But she's I mean in a few hours.
I say for right now we just let her rest. And we keep sailing. I mean, what do you guys think?
Yeah, I'd say we definitely keep moving and
Until we can ask her what happened, like until she can speak.
Stay with her so she sees Dino when she wakes up, and I can help with medicine and stuff.
You see, Jimmy picks her up in his arms and like begins to carry her down from the dock. She was just laying with blankets and whatnot to a bedroom so she can rest in a bed.
She can have my room.
She can have my bed.
Oh right, yeah, she can have Dino's room.
So she goes down to where Dino's sleeping, queen bed. Goes down and she and Jimmy lays her down.
He's
to rest.
playing fetch with me, guys.
Doc
You guys
used to do
know.
that.
Bring it all the way here, bud.
Oh no, that was him that used to, not Doc. Doc never did that. It was always Gus that played fetch.
It was always Gus that played fetch. He hasn't brought me anything to play fetch with for a really long time, though.
So she is resting. Jimmy, after he puts her down, like he kind of like sheds a single tear, kind of wipes it away from his face.
You want to talk about it, Jimmy?
I rubbed Jimmy's back.
He says,
I rubbed Jimmy's chest.
He kind of fingered through his curled white chest hairs. He just says, "Oh, she just needs a little time. I just say we move onward."
I agree.
I rub his chest more.
Let's keep moving. I will keep an eye on her, Jimmy, and I will come get you as soon as she wakes up.
Okay. So he heads back up to the control room, kind of like he's a little sad about what's going on, obviously. So he goes back up, and you guys continue on. I guess in the meantime, not really much is happening. It's pretty calm waters. So I'll say a few hours pass, and Vesta does like kind of stir and reawaken. She's in a little bit of shock, so she starts breathing really fast, and like her eyes are like wide open because she doesn't know where the fuck she is. She's breathing very heavily.
I gently touch her arm. I say, "Hey, it's us. We're Jimmy's friends. you're on our ship. I'm gonna go get Jimmy. Here's some tea.
Take.
You're safe. Everything is cool. Here.
Well, not everything's cool for sisters.
She looks at you and says, "My crew."
Remember how you just said everything was cool?
I know, and I want to know what happened when you're ready to talk about it. I'm so sorry, Vesta.
And she says, "Are they all gone?"
I guess we didn't count the bodies.
I say,
Was there anyone left alive?
There's no one else.
Just
We
you.
didn't see anyone else left alive.
you were the only one that we saw.
She just she's trying to compose herself, but she just like begins openly weeping.
Harold, distraught.
I say, let it out.
She says, "I should have known better than to engage." Yeah. So you're gonna go get Jimmy, or what? You just gonna continue to talk to her? Are you all in this room?
I think it's just me and Dino in this room. I'm sending a group text, say, he's up, somebody send Jimmy down.
We're all on the boat together.
You don't have any signal where you are. You're in the middle of the ocean.
I get
Shout.
Shout.
Somebody
shout because
There's
she's
an
all...
intercom system.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna intercom Jimmy and
you're gonna
say,
intercom the whole ship.
okay, hey, Jimmy, Vesta's up.
Bullshit.
That's all I say.
So Jimmy hears it, and he says, "I'll be right down." And we'll say that Felix is with Jimmy.
Yeah, I was gonna say me and Felix will take over making sure we don't crash into anything.
And Felix is kind of just like looks at the wheel, and he's
Can't be
like,
trusted.
"So I guess I just keep going this way. I mean, I assume you were pointing us in the right direction." And Jimmy kind of nods. And he goes down to where Vesta is, and Jimmy stands over her and just like, "Vesta, what happened?" And she says, I tried to engage with Third Eye. We came across his ship. Your story, Dino, had me so riled up that I thought maybe I could avenge your dear sister. But he is ruthless, as they say. He fired a weapon at the Havoc with such velocity and raw power that it split the mast. Then his spear gun, they latched to us and boarded. I tried to fight him myself, but he was too strong. He grabbed me by my head, and she just like grabs at her own head, kind of tightly where she was burned. It's kind of like feeling her own burned face. And she says, "That's the last thing I remember. This be a dangerous man, and you're planning on toiling with him. If I was you, I would steer clear." And she like sadly kind of rolls over.
I look at Dino.
I'm not planning on toiling with him.
Are you not?
I'm planning on killing this man. And now I have even more reason to. Vesta, I'm so sorry this happened to you. And your crew, especially.
You see Jimmy kind of like, also like kind of lovingly puts a hand on her shoulder, just kind of as a reassurance, and kind of lifts it back up, and he says to all of you, he's like, "We're almost there," and he leaves the room to go back to the control room to take back over to prepare to dock at Port Brunwave.
Dum dum dum.
You guys, so Vesta she needs more rest to heal up, so she kind of just like rolls over, and
I put the burn cream by her and some tea, and give her a little rub on the back, and I say, "Rest up. This is here if you need it." And I say, "Dino, come with me." Let's give her some space for a minute.
What did you think I was gonna do? Rubber chest?
No, I wanted you.
All right, so
You're gonna pull those two twin beds together.
Her room is mine. My room is hers. Yes. I'll go sleep with Jimmy on the captain's chair.
so you guys, the three of you guys, leave the room, and I guess you could tell the rest of everyone else what happened, if you like, unless you're keeping that information to yourself.
No, I think we should definitely share the information.
All right, so you kind of make everyone aware, so everyone knows that this had something to do with Stan Crane attacking Vesta's ship.
Fucking Stan Crane.
So Jimmy takes back over control of the ship and pulls the Toomerang into the dock at Port Brunwave. You guys have arrived at the port, and I have a picture of it. I forgot to put it up here. I shall do so momentarily.
Thusly.
With. So.
There it is. Okay. Put Discord back on top of it. And move it a little bit to the side so you guys can see it. See it. Yeah, so here's Port Brunwave.
Yes.
You guys have pulled in. Where is the... Hold on, I have a different
What are these other ships here? It's a tiny little island.
Let me change this.
Yeah, big ships, really small island compared to the ship.
Yeah, this is a pretty small island.
Ships are bigger than that little tiny standalone island in the front.
Yep, that is this tiny piece of land there.
I'm going to claim for my own.
So you guys pull into the docks. We'll just leave there for now. Jimmy says Port Brunwave usually be a peaceful place, but I think I'll keep an eye on the ship just in case anyone tries anything. So he's gonna stay behind. Felix says, "Do you reckon they have marshmallows here? I'm still kind of crazy."
I don't know, babe, but we're gonna ask. We will ask.
All right.
The fire over there. They might have marshmallows.
Does Felix recognize any of the ships as Stan Crane's?
He says, "No, I don't see it." You would notice his ships. They have large white sails, with 3 eyes on it. Creative, I know, for a third eye to have 3 eyes on his flag. So you guys pull in a man. As you guys, I guess, disembark the ship, a middle-aged man in a brown tri-cornered hat, and he's like wearing a brown waistcoat. He's got a white shirt and matching brown pants. He's like fancily dressed. He is holding a clipboard and a pen, and he's just looking at his clipboard. And as you guys step off, he says, "Name." Come on, I haven't got all day.
What do we call ourselves?
Oscar Slate.
No. Okay.
No, what do we call our group?
We're the Sunrise Five.
The name
Sunrise
of your
Five.
ship.
The Toomerang.
Boomerang.
And so he writes that down.
Spelled T-W-O, not tumor. T-U-M-O.
He crosses out what he was writing and then fixes it with that. And he says, "And how many disembarking?"
All of us, except one.
He sighs and looks up and just like counts you guys. And he writes,
What's your name?
"My name is Garrett." He writes it down and he just like taps his pen on there. He's like, "Thank you." And he hands you a.
What is your position? Are you like the ship valet?
I'm not a valet. I keep track of the ships that come in and out of Port Brunwave. We just like to keep records here of who has visited.
And valet to you, sir.
And he begins to walk off.
Wait, thank you, Garrett.
Garrett, thanks, man.
He doesn't acknowledge it. He keeps going. So you guys. So you guys disembark. So that you can see, like as in the picture, there's a looks like a town like within some confined walls.
Let's go into the town. I want to go to that little tiny island to the right there.
So
That looks like an obstacle course.
I don't know what that is. I can't tell.
Garrett walks back to you guys, and
He's playing with the bracelet in the tent. He's so cute.
Garrett says, "Since you have not visited our port before, according to my records, here is some information." And he gives you like a pamphlet. It's just like kind of it looks like the map that you guys are looking at. It's a map of the place. But he's given you some information about what some of this.
Are there like, is like there's the roller coaster over here.
I was about to make a joke about like
It looks like a
mindset.
It just tells you. It just tells you what kind of what buildings are what.
Part of the park are the giraffes.
Ooh, I see.
So yeah, you guys are on the docks. And Garrett,
I'm gonna ask Garrett a question.
Let me in.
Speak quickly.
Did you see a ship here recently coming and going with big white sails and 3 guys?
He says to you, "We don't often just go around giving out information about our patrons and visitors."
I tried 2 silver pieces.
Okay, so you give him
bribe.
He's like, yes, as he takes them and puts them in his pocket. He says, "I do believe that you are referring to the Furley."
The Furley. I forgot what's called that.
Me too.
It was docked here just yesterday.
Has it been coming back and forth a lot? Or
Oh, Mr. Crane comes by here all the time. He stopped off to drop some salvage at our yard, as he usually does. At the college, he receives high praise for his contributions to our raw materials for crafting.
okay, very nice.
College.
You guys have a college here?
Yeah.
The Inventors College, yes.
Inventors College.
It is in the information in that pamphlet. He kind of like puts his 2 fingers on the pamphlet to remind you that he just handed you information about the island.
Well, you handed it to one of them, and there's
I want to perceive the pamphlet.
Oh, I want to peep the stitch.
You have it.
Oh, can I look at it?
Yeah.
No, you have to receive it.
Are you looking at the stream? I put the information on the stream.
You did.
No.
Look at that. Look
The
at
dock.
that.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, the old Ned house.
that was the
Let
inn.
me in.
I love that.
Yeah, they let me in.
Weird. This. I thought that said the strap yard at first.
So
I'm
what's the
hoping-
new Tippy in church?
5 p.m.
Garrett has at this point already walked away from you.
Oh, okay, bye, Garrett.
And he has climbed the ladder back up into the wooden little tower that was on the dock there.
So we gotta be careful because they all this guy is like well known and renowned at this island, so we can't be going around telling everyone we're trying to kill him, right? Like,
Yeah, we
Why
need to
not?
lay kind of low.
You could just
I
wait
almost
for
feel
him
like
to come.
Dino should maybe not be wearing his jersey.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I'll take it off.
I thought Dino was wearing pirate clothes that we all picked up a while ago.
True, but I made it look jersey.
Look at Jersey. But you have the cloak, so you can kind of like tie the cloak if you like to kind of.
Yeah, I just have a big shiny cloak around
the
me.
big fucking
Pearlescent cape.
yeah, it's definitely
wear
not
a
attracting
hat?
any attention.
Just like cover your face in case, because
It's
like
got
you
a
were a
hood.
famous hockey player, like people might recognize you.
Have you ever seen the movie
Fish.
Hook when they try to disguise Robin Williams as a pirate and he still doesn't look like a pirate? They just give him a cloak and a hat. I
All
feel
right,
like that's what I'm gonna look like.
All right, so you
Okay.
just like pull the hood up. It's fine.
No, give me a tri-corner hat. Now I
you-
need one.
Okay, you will.
Yep.
Okay, so that's fine. you can have one.
We probably have one on the ship.
There's some garb left, I guess, from what you guys took from Vesta initially. So yeah, what would you guys like to do? You have free. You're free to explore.
Well, I think should we split up or all stay together?
Should definitely split up.
Split up.
Always works in Scooby Doo.
Take some
We
chance.
should take a buddy system though. Everybody should go with somebody.
Well, I'm going with Felix.
Of course you are.
Sure. And that leaves other people to go with other people. A perfect amount of people.
I feel like one fighter should go with one.
Well, Jimmy said he's gonna stay with the boat.
Dino's the only fighter though, and then there's the two nerds, and then me.
You got
I'm
Felix. Felix is with you.
No, but you're going with Felix.
We could potentially split up. I was just gonna try and find him some marshmallows.
Somebody else can find Felix's marshmallows.
I'll be fine. I can turn invisible.
You think they have them, really?
Well, we're gonna see.
At the
Bet you the
bazaar,
bazaar would
Right.
have them.
I feel like okay. What is our end game here? We were just kind of chasing him so we could kill him, but he sounds pretty formidable. So, and he just destroyed her ship. Should we go look in the salvage hall in the scrapyard?
I think you should check out to see what he drops off in the scrapyard.
Yeah.
Is it the scrapyard or the salvage hall that he sends it to? What did Garrett just say?
Garrett said he drops off salvage at the yard.
At the yard. So it probably ends up in the scrapyard.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like Felix, since he's more familiar with ships and stuff, should go there with either myself or someone.
The salvage hall, so like there's a scrapyard which just literally looks like a dump, just full of you could see it from the dock, like it's like a dump full of like lots of like metal, and you recognize like there's some like appliances and stuff like that you would see in a dump.
Sounds like Slate should go to the scrapyard.
The scrapyard, but then the salvage hall is kind of where it's, I guess, like that's like the place of business for this. Okay, so the scrapyard is literally just a dump. You could go there if you like. You can go anywhere.
You can see what he dropped off.
The salvage hall is like the little trailer that sits next to the dump that the management sits in.
Right. And has except here it looks like a very it's a nice building.
It's got the blue roof on it.
Yeah.
Okay, then I guess
we can check out all these places.
I was like, should Jimmy go to the salvage hall?
Jimmy's watching.
Jimmy's watching the ship
with Vesta.
I mean, okay, so none of us know anything about ships.
We can just wait for him to come back. He is going to probably come back.
I think it'd be a.
No, we need.
I think we should look for some clues or hints.
Yeah, in the meantime, for sure. Yeah.
All right,
We need to go with strengths and weaknesses, though. Like, I have good conversation and performance, but I don't have good technology or athletics.
Right, so we should either go to the bazaar, like, we should do two things. Like, I want to check out the bazaar and the inn.
So the bazaar is going to be selling stuff, and the inn is going to allow us to stay. Yeah, sure, go for it.
But also to, like, chat people up and like, maybe the bar, I don't know.
We'll go with Ruby.
All right, so you guys will go together. And you're going to where, the bazaar first? And where's everyone else going? I need to know like kind of where everyone's going.
We gotta find some mallows.
Mallows.
Yes, we're gonna go to the bazaar first, and then we'll either do the bar or the inn.
Yeah.
I think Slate should definitely check out the salvage hall and the Inventors College.
Inventors College, yeah.
So,
He's gonna enroll.
so like either have Felix go with you to that because he's kind of familiar with ships, so he might be able to help you.
Yeah, Slate and Felix and Rick and Dino. That's perfect.
So the 4 of you are going to go where?
No, I mean in twos.
Oh, I'm sorry. So Slate and Felix are going where?
If Slate's okay with going with Felix, babe, you're not gonna like kill Slate, right?
No, of course not.
Okay.
Why would you even ask that question?
You ask
gotta
Why
ask.
would you ask
You're
that?
gonna
That's
I'm
weird.
just joking. I'm just joking. But like, you're in good hands. Like if you guys get into a scrap like Felix, you got
Also,
his
both
back.
I think you could
I
kill
got his
Sleep.
back.
Yeah. I give him a little kiss on the cheek and a
I'm
pat
like,
on the
what is she
shoulder.
on
And,
about?
hey, I'm gonna get you
She's
a
on something. She's on something.
So after we've all decided that that's what we're gonna do, I asked Rick, "You just want to go by yourself, and we'll meet up later."
Where are we going?
I mean, so do you really want to like team up, or do you want to kind of like go off on your own? And
I mean, where were you planning on going?
I don't even know. That's the thing.
Yeah,
I guess I
walk
was
around.
thinking about into the drink in the scrapyard.
I mean, I wanted to. I was going to go to the old lighthouse.
Yeah, well, yeah, you do you, I'll do me. We'll meet back up before and they'll never know that we split.
We'll never know we split up. What could the
They'll
worst that could
never
happen?
know we split. There's
Cool.
nothing bad that can happen.
So
Definitely not.
So Slate and Felix are going where? To the salvage hall, or to the college, or where are you going?
Salvage hall, the college, and the scrapyard.
Salvage hall.
Salvage hall. You want to go salvage hall?
Salvage hall. Let's start with salvage hall.
Okay. So let's go with Ruby and Lucy first. First of all, you guys all enter the door of this little town.
Okay.
You go through, and immediately in front of you, you see the bazaar. Lots of kind of canopies with people selling shit and different vendors and whatnot. The first one you come across is a vendor who looks like she is selling like fish. It's an older, dark-skinned woman. She's got black curled hair. She's wearing a large, dirty white apron over a light blue dress. She says, "Fresh fish here. Best tasted on this or any side of the great sun sea. Try some." And she's like she's trying to hand it out to people as like they're going by, and sees you guys.
I feel like we've met this person before.
Sample, free sample.
Free samples.
I'll try some.
We cheers.
Every fish lady is so adamant about sharing her fish.
So you guys eat the fish. It's delicious and crisp. It smells lightly of the sea in the best possible way. It's flaky and light. It's just a delightful little piece of fish. And she's like, "Yeah, I told you, didn't I?"
You sure did. You did a nice job.
I asked her how much, like, can we come back later and get it to bring back to our ship for the night? For our crew? Can we place like an order ahead?
Yeah.
She says, I'll be here till dusk.
you
However, if we run out, then there's nothing I can do for you."
I understand, but we just got here and have a bunch of stuff to do, and I don't want to be carrying around a bunch of fish. It's going to get cold, so we'll come back to you.
Oh,
but
best
this
eaten
is
fresh,
amazing.
darling.
The
Best
food's
eaten
ready
fresh.
now.
What is your name?
My name is Rosa. Rosa Notley.
Rosa Motley.
Notley.
Rosa
Nartley? With a G?
Not Notley.
With a K.
With just the N. Just the N.
Oh.
Oh, I wrote it with a K too. But I do want to get a piece for us to share for now. We can bring the rest of them more later, but that was really good, and I want some while we walk around.
Very good. It'll be 2 copper pieces.
Wait, I don't know how to keep track of my inventory. Remember?
I'm just writing down how much I've spent, and then I'll do the math later.
You can
Charge
I
it
mean,
to my
I'll-
credit
I had a
card.
little bit of everything. I
She
did
starts
gold,
preparing it, like,
18,
on, like, a
silver,
piece of wax
15, and
paper.
copper.
All right, I'll give her the
Yeah.
2 copper pieces.
Okay.
You give her the 2 copper pieces. She'll give you the fish.
You bought the drink, Ruby. I got the fish.
You give her the
Give the
pews.
copper pieces
Look,
back.
18
You take the
silver
fish back.
All right. So yeah, she ends up with the copper and the fish. No, she.
You
You
take
guys
the
hand her
pews.
the money. She'll give you change if you're using like a piece of
Take
gold.
the coppers.
And her hand like kind of tremoring a little bit. And she hands you the fish. Just on a. It's just like in a little paper kind of receptacle. I don't know what you call it. Just a little paper box sort of thing laying on.
Little Dixie cup.
Yeah, it's the same fish. It tastes good. Yeah.
I say thank you, Rosa. And other than your stand, what's your favorite stand? What's your favorite vendor here at the bazaar?
Oh, there's many vendors here. It's hard for me to pick favorites. I would just say have a look around for yourself.
Hey, will do. Thank you.
Fresh
Thank
fish
you, Rosa.
here.
All right, what's next?
You continue to look around.
Yeah.
So
We're going down the line.
You're going down the line. Okay.
I mean, you don't have to introduce us to each person, but like, can you just kind of give us a general idea of what each stall?
Nope.
Don't want to miss anything.
So as you're
Introduction.
going,
Like shopping trip.
to the
100
next,
stalls.
to kind of like the next stand that piques your interest. Before you get there, there's like a teen boy that's like, he's got black grease stains on his face. He's got dirty blonde hair. He's wearing a gray vest and there's no shirt underneath, and he's got like cream colored pants. He says, "Oh, check it out, don't you?" And he is holding what looks like a metal beetle with a propeller on its back. He winds a key on the side. He pulls the key out, and the beetle flutters into the air and just kind of flies a little bit, and then thuds on the ground, not far from him. He says, "I'm trying to raise money so I can learn from the college. I did this one on my
Did
own.
you make that yourself?
I did this one on my own. Can you spare anything?" And he's just like sadly waiting to see if you guys will give him any money.
Is he adorable?
He is adorable,
Oh man.
but he's
What
very
is that-
dirty and like very obviously like not well off, like very poor.
Oh shit! I'm gonna give him a silver piece.
It's
But-
like the little kid from Sweeney Todd. I love it.
I don't know that kid, but
Oh,
so you're giving him a
Fine.
silver piece,
Yeah.
and he kind of holds it with both hands, and he's like, "Bless you."
What's your name?
He says, "My name's Norton. Norton Payne. Pleasure to meet you."
Norton. My name's Ruby.
Hello, Ruby. Thank you so much for your generous donation.
You're very welcome. What is it that you? What kind of stuff do you guys do at the Inventors College?
I don't know. I haven't attended there quite yet. I can't afford to.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to learn to do some more of this. And he like kind of gestures to his little beetle.
well, that's really cool, and good
Thank
luck
you.
with all.
Thank you. He kind of backs away, like bowing his head, and it's kind of he runs off into like just some other people. So you guys,
Okay, so just to save you from introducing us to each place, is there a place that sells marshmallows?
you're looking for a place that sells marshmallows.
Receive.
You do see a stand that looks like there is like a person standing behind it, and he's wearing a white apron with a red bandana. It looks like he looks like a baker, like he's selling confections. He has like many gold rings on his fingers, large nose piercing, and he's got a striking white mohawk.
Oh.
As you approach, he says, "Confections, darlings. You must have been long at sea. Come now and help yourself to a treat."
sounds
He's got
Lovely.
he's got many trays in front of him, There's like chocolate truffles. There's loaves of bread. There are blocks of marshmallow on his trays. He's got also these golden fish. They look like Swedish fish, but they're like a golden, like shimmery color.
We are definitely interested in some marshmallow.
Very good.
Yes, I would like to buy all of your marshmallows.
All of them. He has like a big tray of them. It's like, I would say it's probably about 15 big blocks of marshmallow. So like, they're not like little cylinders. They are like squares.
Like a block.
Yeah, kind of like that, but like there's big squares of marshmallow about like 1.5 inches tall, and maybe like 3 by 3 inches. So these are
We
big.
do not need the whole tray, Ruby. I know you love your man, but
Whoa, I mean, hey, cute. I don't know about love. I mean, we just met. I'm really digging him.
He says, "Alright, he says 15 marshmallows here. How is a silver piece?"
Yeah, I'll pay a silver piece.
You are gonna be out of money.
8 copper. It's worth 8 copper tops. But I'm not even here, so.
You are not.
We're not even
Alright,
there.
so you have
Wait,
the
hold
silver.
on. How many silver pieces? You said 1 silver piece?
1 silver piece.
For how many marshmallows?
15 of my finest.
Should I haggle and use just marshmallows?
Well, yeah, just say 2 silver pieces for 50. Head on.
so maybe we can.
He only has 15 on his tray.
I couldn't hear what you said.
We might get more than just the marshmallows. We
Well,
can
that's
strike
what
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
interested in.
Alright, so I'm gonna give him a silver piece.
He gives you
Silver
the tray.
piece
He
for
takes the
this
silver.
silver?
He says, "Thank you kindly."
What are these goldfish?
Be careful with those, love. Just a bite will do. They're infused with golden top mushrooms, and they hit hard.
That sounds like fun.
I'll take one of those. Can you throw that in with my 15 marshmallows for the silver piece?
Very nice try, darling. I'm afraid you will have to pay separately for this one.
You see it.
Okay.
How much is a fish?
That will be 5 copper pieces per fish.
Okay, not talking to him, but like, what is our goal? I've accomplished my goal of finding marshmallows. What are we trying to find out?
I don't know, but
It's up to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask the baker, like,
as fun as a mushroom trip sounds, led by Grandmaster Scotty, maybe it's not in our best interest.
yeah, I guess I'm gonna ask the baker, or can I make a perception check on the rest of the bazaar to see if,
It's a butcher and a candlestick maker.
I feel like I don't know, like, there's any places that sell, like, weapons or magic items or
Sure.
things that could help us.
Yeah, you can do
Essentially
perception.
fight this super
You
strong
can do
guy.
perception. Go ahead.
Or like tinctures, healing stuff.
Tincture.
Okay. It was a 19, but it was like just barely a 19. It was like laying close to a 9 because it's slanted.
You have lots of like.
I'm gonna
weird rolls.
re-roll and hold
A
it.
lot of weird rolls. Never heard so many weird rolls before.
Yeah, just if it's
re-roll
cocked, yeah, re-roll it.
No, but we just got this new thing to roll it in, so it's been weird.
Oh, you got one.
And
of
I
those?
could say
Is
a
it
19
cold?
plus 8 and say okay 27, but I want to be honest and say, well, it was a 19 or a 9.
We'll just
So,
re-roll it.
I'm gonna
Re-roll.
re-roll,
Yeah, re-roll.
and that is an 11.
11
Fine.
total.
Yeah.
Nothing else at this bazaar interests you. Looks like a bunch of dirty vendors to you.
Lucy,
Dirty vendors.
Dirty
Steve
pool
Chucky.
vendors.
do you want to look around?
I don't know why I'm speaking that with an accent, but
Oh, I got a
Dirty vendors.
26. Does anything interest me?
26. Okay. Yeah. So there's a couple things that you see. So there's really only like one other stand that catches your eye, and it's a guy that looks like he's selling jewelry made from like scrap metal. And
Ouch.
you see a couple like robots walking around, like straight up humanoid robots walking around, not really interacting with other people. And then there's like some other kids kind of running around in tattered clothing, chasing each other. There's a couple beggars. Yeah, but the stand that catches your eye is a guy selling jewelry.
We check this jewelry stand out before we go to our next place.
Can I make one more perception check on the jewelry specifically to like look at it? I guess.
Or you can just go look at it and talk to the guy. Whatever you want to do.
Okay. Well, like I guess, is there like a similar to like detect magic type thing that Lucy could check out if she's doing magic to see if anything has like special powers or anything?
You can. I would say the only way you're going to get that type of information is if you talk to this gentleman and get it that way. You can't detect. You don't have the ability to detect magic.
Okay, let's go talk to him. I walk up to the stand.
You walk to the stand, and the gentleman standing there, he's got a white puffy shirt on. It's got a few tears in it. He's wearing blue slacks that are being held together by like a belt of rope. He has pierced ears, and he's clearly like wearing some of his own jewelry, and his ears look a little inflamed and red from where his jewelry is there. And he says, "Something for the pretty ladies."
Okay, guy from Aladdin.
He waves his hand. He waves his hand over the display of jewelry, and you see some rings, and just like different types of metal. You see a couple necklaces, where like traditionally where you would see jewels, you see like computer parts, like pieces of motherboard or CPU, kind of displayed, as well as like nuts and bolts are kind of adorned around like them as decoration as well.
I point to
I'm gonna say to the guy, "Hey, how do you protect a jewelry store at night? You lock it."
That is a clever one. I have not heard that one before.
how do you protect the store? You lock it. This is interesting, I say, pointing to one of the necklaces.
Oh, you're looking at a necklace. Okay, so he says, a unique one, this one. And he kind of picks it up, and the one you're looking at looks like it just has like a small box on it. With the front is kind of a circular cutout, and looks like a felt kind of filling the center. It looks like a little speaker, like a miniature speaker on it. And he says, "I call this one the voice box. It allows the wearer's thoughts to be amplified out loud. I ain't found a use for it yet, but it is quite something."
Oh, that's interesting. What about this one over here? And I point to a different necklace.
Yeah, and he says, "Yes, it's one of my standard pieces. That's really the only special one I have is the voice box. But if I could interest you in a ring," and he shows you, he holds a ring, and it's just like a silver-looking ring. and he says, "They call this the traitor's ring." And he's like twirling around his fingers, and there's a little button on the side of it. He pushes it, and like you see a little slot open up, and he says, "It's meant to hold a bit of poison as to slip it into someone's drink unnoticed."
Oh.
I'm in the business of poisoning people, but I'm trying to decide if I have a use for the.
We might need to poison.
You do make sense to
I
people.
show him my ring of water breathing. What do you think of this?
And he says, now that looks like a nice piece. What is it exactly?
Apparently it allows you to breathe underwater.
How much do
Why
you want
are you
for it?
disclosing this?
10 gold?
Or if you're wait, hold on, excuse us, Ruby. If you're getting rid of this water breathing ring that I bestowed upon you, you're welcome. We should make him give us the necklace and the ring for it.
I that's why I asked for an outrageous amount of gold pieces first. I'm working my way down.
10's not outrageous.
You would trade that ring of water breathing for both the pieces I've shown you.
And some gold.
Not a good.
You want gold in addition?
Yeah. 10 gold pieces.
10 gold and my 2 pieces.
Yes.
Yep.
Can I be close enough to overhear what's going on at the
No, you
bazaar?
went to somewhere else.
You're somewhere else. And he pulls out the necklace and he's like, this one projects thoughts.
Yeah, mine lets you breathe underwater.
And you want 10
Way
gold?
worse.
Plus I gotta give this one to you. Plus the ring.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I could do an even trade if you like.
You don't want to be a fish? You don't want to know
I
what it's
don't
like
want to be a fish, believe it or not. I'm no interest in being a fish.
What is fair to you?
Like I said, I'll do an even trade if you like. It's the best I can do.
What is an even trade?
I'll give you my ring and the voice box for your ring.
Ooh.
We're gonna just need a moment real quick. And I take the water breathing ring back from him, so I have it in my possession. And I ask Lucy what she thinks.
I don't know. I could definitely think of more use we would have for the water breathing ring than these items, but we could make use. I mean, we do have 2 other water breathing rings.
Yeah, I mean,
This is your ring. If you don't think that you're gonna use it, then
I mean, I don't know, but
trade it, and you take the necklace, and I want the ring, so I can slip something into Stan Crane's coffee if I get a chance to make him a cup.
okay.
So it's a trade.
Well, how much for these 2 things if I don't trade the ring? Like, how much are the 2 things?
Frankly, I don't know if it's in your price range.
What is it?
Why don't you tell me how much you think these are worth? How much is it worth to you?
But it's not worth 10 gold pieces in this ring that you barely want. You don't even want to be a fish.
I mean, I'll take the ring for my
5
pieces.
gold pieces and my ring for your necklace and ring.
He thinks about it.
Wait, you're giving him gold now?
No.
No, he gives me 5 gold.
Oh.
Yeah, instead of 10, she gets 5.
Instead of 10. And the ring and the necklace.
1. I'll give you 1 gold.
4. 3.
I lean in really close. 3. Can I do a persuasion?
Yeah, you can try.
Remember that really good joke I told you? Got so many more.
It's gonna be difficult, but go ahead.
Is it performance?
You can use your skill feat to do performance instead of conversation.
Hold on. I don't really understand what this means for what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, you just make a performance check instead of conversation. Use your performance stat.
Okay, 19.
19 total.
Yes.
He puts his hands on the counter and gets close to you, and he says, 2.
I look at Ruby. I look at Lucy.
Got a mirror.
You look in the mirror. He has a mirror.
I give a reluctant nod of approval.
Why reluctant, though?
Because I don't think you should have told him about the ring in the first place. Your big mouth blabbed it.
Big mouth blabbed.
Didn't even peep the sitch.
All right, so are you making this trade?
I think do it.
Yes.
All right, so he reluctantly he reaches. He has a lockbox and he pulls out 2 gold coins. He slams it down on the table, and he hands you the ring and the necklace, and he takes the ring of water breathing from you.
Do you even know if these things work? Like he just swindled you?
He.
Wait, yeah.
What happened to him?
Well, you saw the trader's ring work because it's just a button on it, and it slid open.
Yeah. That's true.
Put the before I give you this ring. Put that necklace on real quick.
See, sounds like he already has it.
It's already done.
You want him to put the necklace? He's like, why don't you put it on? You put it on. I'll let you try it on.
Oh, let's
Do it. I want to hear your thoughts.
All right, I put it on because Ruby doesn't think that well. I'm just a barbarian.
Oh, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking. I'm just running jokes through my head.
I love the echo now because it's perfect because that comes out of the speaker in the necklace, so it works. It does work.
Okay. And I'm like, this motherfucker better not. Like, this better have been a good deal, or everyone's gonna kill me when they find out I got rid of my water breathing ring.
So
got rid of the water breathing ring for a magic bean.
he takes the ring from you, and he
I take the necklace off and put it in my pocket so that my thoughts aren't projected anymore.
He puts the ring in his pocket, and
You could also just kill him and take the ring back.
No.
Rings in his pocket.
Did you learn?
He's like, pleasure
Someone else
doing
can come
business
back
with you.
later and try and buy the ring back.
I will kill him later and have 2 underwater breathing rings.
Double.
I just don't foresee myself underwater.
You can breathe so well underwater. You don't even know.
We didn't even know that we were going to possess
I literally
those
breathe
until we
water
killed them.
now.
Now, yeah, on land, water comes out your mouth when you breathe. You exhale. Now you breathe.
Now I'm a
water.
waterbender in the weirdest way.
Okay. So he's like, pleasure doing business with you. He's like,
I
now
hand
off you go.
the trader's ring to Lucy.
Okay, you can add those to your inventories.
Remind me, what do those things do?
The trader's
The
ring,
trader's ring, it can hold poison.
she can conceal poison in a ring.
Ring.
Or a laxative.
Voice box. Thoughts come out of the small box that is on the front of the necklace.
Thoughts come out of the small box?
Whoever's wearing it, their thoughts come out.
Dino's trying to give it to Vesta. Find out if she's into him.
No, I think that was an awful trade. That's what I'm thinking right now. 'Cause I didn't hear that.
Oh, she got 2 gold.
2 gold.
Basically rich.
All right, so that's it for that.
I don't see any benefit except forcing someone to wear it.
Yeah, right. Like why
Right.
would you want to protect your own thoughts? That'd be dumb.
So let's move on to
Yes, but you would have to force them to wear it because no one would want to wear that willingly.
let's
Well,
move
they
on.
don't know what it is.
But it's got
It comes out of a
speaker on it.
speaker,
You're
so like you can
immediately
get loud
gonna
as
hear it.
shit.
But they will very soon.
I'll say that it plays music.
And they
As soon as they have one thought, like it's loud as fuck out of a speaker.
They'd have to be tied up as soon as they hear it
I should have put page
working. They're gonna take it off.
They'll just be like la 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 la.
They'd have to use an action to do so.
That's true.
All right, so we're gonna move on to Slate and Felix, who are heading to the salvage hall.
Yay!
All right, so
I'm just good at sleight of hand can like.
Excited to do this with you, Felix. We
Thank
haven't
you.
really spent much time together.
yes, it'll be nice to bond with you a little bit. Let's do a little bit of exploring together, shall we?
Yeah.
You guys walk to the salvage hall. You open the doors, and to your surprise, it's a beautifully decorated hall. The walls are made of stone, and the floor is made of like glass, and it's illuminated underneath by large like lit filaments that are running the length of the floor. There's various like steam pipes running overhead and gears turning under the floor. At the end of the hall is a podium desk with an older man standing behind it. He's reading and writing in a notebook. Behind him, in a large circular room, is another man, and he's got like black and gray hair. He's fumbling through some metal gadgets, like parts. He's got like a pile of like stuff, and he's kind of like throwing pieces over his shoulder and like putting pieces together. As you approach the podium, the guy in the circular room, like behind the old man, you see him like wind a key in a device, and it like he's facing away from you, so you can't really see what he's doing. But whatever he's doing lets out a spark and like a little puff of smoke, and he puts this device down on the ground, and it's a box that has like 4 legs. It almost looks like one of those Boston Dynamics robots, but very small. But it's got an open box on the top of it, and it's just like walking on its own. He lets out a little like satisfied laugh, kind of claps his hands a couple times, and you look around the hall some more. You'll see like on the walls there's display cases that have like these metal devices that seem to be important in some way, or at least they were at some point. And you see the old gentleman at the podium with the notebook. He's got like a balding head. He's like got a little bit of white hair kind of running around the sides. He's got a long white handlebar mustache. He's like a short fella. He has navy blue pants, a striped white and blue shirt, navy blue suspenders. And he says, "Oh yes, may I help you?"
We're just having a look around.
Oh yes, yeah, my name is Eli Gifford. I run this here establishment. If you're new to our little port, because I haven't seen you before, you may have noticed the scrap pile outside the walls. This is where we keep all of the salvage that traders bring. In my younger days, I could keep it more organized, but the more and more scrap made its way here, and well, now it's just a very large pile. That doesn't mean you can just take whatever you want, however. Is there something you're looking for in particular? Or back to my original question, may I help you in some way?
What's your field of expertise, sir?
Oh, I keep track of the business dealings of the scrapyard and the salvage hall. Anything taken from the scrapyard, you're free to peruse and collect anything there, but you must bring it back here to me. We weigh it and then charge you thusly. And I promise to be fair.
That sounds familiar.
Thank you for your fairness. Can I make a perception's not my strong suit. How's Felix's perception?
So it's okay. We can have Felix do a perception
Try
check
it out anyway.
on this guy. Yeah, I mean, you can also do one if you like. You can both do one. You roll over here. Yeah, so
I got a 24.
okay, yeah, that's good. So this old man, he's got his notebook, which seems like he's just keeping the books for the salvage yard. There's a scale next to his podium that I guess literally like people bring in and dump whatever they're gonna take from the salvage yard there, and then he'll charge you for whatever you take. There's nothing like there. You don't get like an evil tone. He's pretty neutral, neutral feeling from this guy.
Switzerland.
Can I make a perception check on the salvage hall in general? See if there's anything that catches my eye?
Sure.
Or was that all kind of explained to me when we walked in? Is there anything to see that I didn't already see?
I think so. Hold on. I gotta look back over my notes. I guess not really. I mean, you can. I would say you're probably not going to find much more information. Like I said, there's just the only thing you see kind of around. It looks like there's like display cases of like, it most likely is stuff that this guy that's back there building stuff has made. I guess that he finds as like accomplishments that he wants to put up because he's proud of it or because it looks nice. Yeah.
I wonder if there's anything noteworthy that this inventor guy has on display. I mean, this doesn't seem like a place where things are for sale necessarily.
No, they look more like display, like almost like trophy cases that these things are kept in. It doesn't look like it's a shop where you can buy this stuff.
Fair enough. Okay. Seems like the only information to have been collected from there was to know that if we find anything we want in the scrapyard, we bring it to Salvage Hall to pay for it.
And Felix turns to you and he says, so you reckon we should maybe ask him about Stan Crane? He's supposed to be pretty well known around here. He may have some information. I don't know. Just a thought.
That's it as I'm looking for an old friend.
That's a great idea, Felix. Do you want to ask about him?
Oh, sure. I'm happy to take the lead. Eli, are you familiar with a fellow named Stan Crane? Eli says, Mr. Crane is a regular here, mostly to drop off salvage, not really take any, though he has enlisted the services of Horatio a few times. And he puts his thumb over his shoulder. He's pointing to the guy that's building stuff. And Horatio, this guy, his ears perk up, and he comes over to you guys. And he's a middle-aged man. He's pretty lanky. He's got tan, dirty, grease-stained skin. Again, he's got black gray hair. He's wielding welding goggles. He wears a large black leather apron, and he's like a knit shirt underneath that's kind of rolled up at his sleeves. He's got cargo pants on and black boots. He kind of like rubs his greasy hands on his apron and like extends it to you guys. And he says, Horatio Hatchery at your service.
Oscar Slate, pleased to meet you.
And he shakes your hand. Actually, before he shakes his hand, he's wearing a leather glove on his right hand, and he kind of pulls the fingers off, and he pulls the glove off, and you see he's got like an entirely metallic hand, like on his right, and he puts it out for a handshake. He picks up the little walking box that he had, and he like kind of like pets it like it's an animal for a second, and he says, "Good girl, now off you go," and he puts it down, and it kind of runs off into another room. And he says, "I noticed you admiring some of my relics. I've come so far since then." He kind of runs his fingers along some of the glass display cases. He says, "I'm guessing you came here for some of my wisdom, perhaps? You don't look like you're from around here."
Oh, we were curious how you know our old friend Dan Crane. Seems we have a mutual friend.
He says, "I reckon you've had a run-in with old Third Eye, eh? Bit of a tough bloke, that one. He don't mess about. I have helped him.
Haven't seen him in a while.
I did help him before, once, because he pays handsomely. I rigged his ship with a spear gun. Reckon he uses it to board other ships. I just rigged a gun. I'm not much of a fighter, or even much of a pirate. He thanked me for the gun this last visit, said it was useful after all. That's all I really know. Last I heard, he was headed east for Famia. I know that's where his manor is, on this side of the sea, just south of Cape Talltooth."
Wait.
Can you repeat that last bit again?
Man, that was a lot of information.
Last I heard, he was headed east to Famia. That's where his manor is, on this side of the sea, just south of Cape Talltooth.
Cape Tartooth?
Talltooth.
Oh, shoot.
Thank you, Horatio.
Oof.
Thanks for the information. Is there anything we can do for you?
Nothing I need from you. I thought maybe you had any other questions for me. I mean, I saw you admiring the things that I've built. I'm sure you've noticed my arm, and he kind of like twists it around and makes like a little bit of a squeaking metal noise. He says, "Noaris took this from me, the spirit of invention."
I saw some android robots roaming around the yard outside. Are those your craftsmanship?
I have built quite a few of those. Not sure which ones. I have a few running around, just testing. Building an automaton. Now that's quite an undertaking, it is. You got any experience building things?
I do. I'm a craftsman myself. I'm a
Shelf? You craft?
You craft a shelf, did you?
I'm a machinist back in my hometown.
Who's got the
what?
It's Mike.
Michael?
Is it?
Has the what?
The static.
Static. Yeah.
Mike
Oh, you did.
audio.
He says, "Are you interested in building an automaton?"
I have to say, the possibility
Didn't help.
Oh, it just got worse. It was better for a second.
Well, yeah, because I muted it.
Well, I've built quite a few, as I said. Being imbued with the power of innovation, as I am, came at a cost to me. And he waves his arm around. But I'm not stingy with it. If I can help you in some way to achieve this goal, I'm happy to. Now, I ain't gonna do your scut work.
I would be interested in purchasing some of the supplies I need to build my own.
Well, if you need parts, then I suggest you get a pass from Eli. Just run it by him that you want to visit the scrapyard. He charges you by weight, but it's fair. Once you get the parts you need, I can help. I can help assemble or get stuff up and running.
That sounds good. I'll be in touch with you shortly.
Fantastic.
Thanks for your help.
Oh, anytime. I'm here all the time.
We head back to Eli, and I just double check with him. Hey, can we go to the scrapyard and just pick out whatever we like and bring it back here for weighing?
Oh, absolutely. He reaches under his podium and he pulls out like a lanyard that has like a cheap plastic pass on it. That just says like salvage hall, like number 001, and he hands it to you. And he hands one to Felix as well. He says, "There are many thieves of the scrapyard, but if you're honest with me, I will be honest with you. That's all I ask."
That sounds like a fair bargain. We'll see you soon.
All right, so yeah, cool. He's like, he kind of waves to you. Felix is kind of like, so you want to head to the scrapyard now? Is that where we're going?
I think that's a great idea. Let's head there.
All right, cool. So you guys head out outside towards the scrapyard. It's outside the walls, so you have to kind of walk through and go outside the walls to get the scrapyard. We're gonna jump to. I don't remember Dino where Dino was going.
Well, I guess this is where Rick and I decide, hey man, you want to split up? You want to stay together? It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to the scrapyard, I was going to go to
but we don't know. We also don't know that. But
that's true. We don't know that. I was going to go to the old lighthouse, but you can come with me if you want, or you could.
I, for some reason, want to go into the drink, so I think we should split up and, cover more ground.
I'm cool with it. They don't have to know.
I don't think so either. Okay, so do you want to meet somewhere in between, to cover our tracks, or do you want us to really just be like, we don't give a shit? We
don't give a shit. Let's meet at the roaring fire in the middle of the island. I assume there's a fire. Isn't that what that is?
Fire by the dock.
Yeah, by the dock.
Yeah, fire by the dock. We'll meet there. Cool. Sounds like a deal. All right, man.
All right, so Dina's going into the drink.
Don't die.
No promises.
Rick is headed to the old lighthouse.
I don't even know how I can get out there. Do I have to swim?
It's shallow. Well, we'll go there first. We'll go there first.
He goes out there, but no.
It's shallow water. There's you could see some more shallow areas. You can kind of wade through it. But it will go up to your knees or so. But you could walk over to it. You walk over to it, and it looks like a lighthouse used to be here, but it's been destroyed. There's nothing of note here.
Glad I came out here. Can I make a perception check, I guess?
Yeah, go ahead.
See what I can perceive. Oh, perfect. 8.
8. Yeah. Yeah, it's some nice looking rubble.
Oh man.
Yeah. A lighthouse.
I could do something out here.
A lighthouse stood here. There's no one here.
There's no one here. There's no. This is just rubble.
It's just rubble.
Is there anyone else around outside that I could see? Can I perceive that separately?
No, there's no one around. There's no one around. There's no one on this tiny little piece of island.
Man, I thought it was gonna be some super boss that I found out here by myself.
You could probably catch up to Dino if you wanted to. It literally no time has passed.
I ran. I was like,
he's like, dummy. There's nothing out there.
You fucking go to that stupid lighthouse that has nobody at it.
Is it gonna be the future slate of a museum or something?
No, I did not run. I'm just kidding. He can catch up.
Yeah, if there's nothing here, then I'll
There's
just go into
literally
the drink.
nothing here. Okay, so you guys head to
You
into the drink.
wade back.
You
I
wade back.
I sadly wade back
Now
and
you're
say
like,
that was a waste of
now
time.
like parts of your pants are wet, and
Now they're not gonna let me in.
Would you
yeah,
say it was a wades of time?
It was a waste of time.
so
I know
you-
about time.
So you go
All
to
about weights sometimes.
so you go to into the drink. It's a quaint little tavern.
This was in the drink.
Yep, this place is called Into the Drink.
Fucking Rick shows up running, panting behind me, like soaking wet from the waist down.
He's
I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
you
He's like,
guys, you guys scuttle through like the bazaar, go through to Into the Drink, passing by Ruby and Lucy as they're dealing with Norton Payne,
we act like
the
we
team.
don't know them. We're just like,
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
I don't even.
I
you
held
go
my
by-
hands up as I walked by.
You go
Yeah,
by
definitely.
again.
Yep.
You see a couple of like robots walk by as well, and you go into this tavern, and it seems to be managed by a robot bartender. There's literally a robot behind the bar. He's the bar is mostly just like wooden, just like plain. There's some gold trim around the edges of the bar and the stools. A couple tables with some folks drinking, having a good time. A couple folks like there's some pirate folk in here, like kind of singing old sea shanties and whatnot. The robot bartender is like he looks like he's golden colored, and he has like a big permanent like pearl white smile that's kind of like built into him, and his eyes are just like jet black. He's got like a cylindrical chassis, a couple dents, but mostly like pristine. His hands seem to be able to like shift. As you can see, he's making drinks. Like they shift into various tools. They kind of retract from hands, and then out comes like a muddler or like a blending attachment, stuff like that, as he's making drinks. Yeah, and you guys walk in, and what would you like to do now?
Well,
All right. Well, since I'm off the wagon, I guess I'll have a. Hey,
what's the
Hey,
price
Robert.
of the drinks in here? How many coppers are we looking at?
good question. Hey, bartender.
Hey, robot.
He says, "Oh yes, you may call me Sips.
Sips?
That is the name I was given.
Is that an acronym for something?
It is unfortunately not an acronym. Sips.
We'll make it an acronym. How about that?
Please, please. May I interest you in a drink?
Yeah, whiskey sour,
Whiskey, sour." And you see,
but just one, because I am off the wagon, but I'm trying to be cool.
You know what? Make it two. We'll keep it simple.
2 whiskey.
Look at
sours.
that, my man, whiskey sour.
The Sip says that it's the cost of 2 whiskey sours is 1 silver piece.
All right, I'll pay for this one.
It's expensive for 2 drinks.
1 silver for me and 1 silver for Sips.
Oh, thank you
That's
very
his
much.
tip. I
He
don't know what he does with it because fucking robots
He's a-
don't get money, but
He literally inserts the coin. He has like a coin slot, and like he was like, ching. You hear like a little arcade noise, and he grabs a few bottles and he mixes 2 whiskey sours and gives them to you guys. Slides them onto the bar for you guys.
Mm.
You take a drink.
Does it make
It's above adequate.
Do we have like a roll?
I ask right in front of Sips, hey, where do you think that money goes?
Oh.
Right back to the house, or like
He says, most likely to my owner, Horatio Hatchery. He created me. You guys take a
We
drink.
don't know that
and
information, but
you need to make a fortitude saving throw, please.
I need to save my fortitude right now.
I
Took a
just
drink.
got
We can just take a drink.
I just got a 20, not like a 20 total, not a nat 20.
Okay.
Dirty 20. That's a 9 plus
I got
fortitude.
an unnatural 20.
It's fortitude.
Fortitude. Yep.
19.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty good. Whiskey sour.
Whiskey sour. It's got a little cherry on top.
Sure.
Good to go.
Little cherry.
All right, so this is a bar. This is what I expected it to be. We enjoy our drinks and let other people find some stuff out, or do you wanna?
I guess
maybe
we could like look. We could peep the sitch.
let's peep the sitch. You wanna peep the sitch?
Definitely can peep the sitch.
That's become a thing now.
You want to look around
I
a bit?
think we're gonna peep the sitch.
Yeah.
You can make a perception check to see if anything
All right.
stands out
Let's
to you.
see. Let's see if I can do better than last time.
What is a perception?
Ooh, there we go.
You mean
24.
Peep the sitch.
I peeped the sitch.
Check. Check.
I got
the vibe.
24 for my peep the sitch.
24.
17 plus 9
Ooh, even
equals
better.
26.
We're peeping the shit out of the sitch.
We are
Rolls.
peeping the sitch.
You see, there's
The
a couple
sitch.
people that stand out to you. One is just a dirty blonde-haired guy in his mid-40s, sitting at the bar, like at the end. He's got like a dirty collared maroon shirt. He's got tan slacks. He's got a not great looking 5 o'clock shadow. He's got a long point nose. He seems sad. He's sitting by himself at the end of the bar, nursing a beer.
Is that Jude?
No, it's not Jude. Jude has a buzz cut here, but and
All right, all right. Just making sure. That's like just checking.
you see,
Bad eyes.
there's a couple of guys that like look like they're having a really good time, just kind of like going from table to table, like singing songs and stuff. There's a you see two men sitting at a table. One looks like he's kind of in his 40s. He is pirated out, like he's got a full beard and wavy hair, large nose. He's got a rashy face and neck, like almost like he's been like in the sun a long time. He's wearing a big black overcoat. He has a handkerchief wrapped around his leg that has 3 eyes on it.
Oh.
There's got to be 3 fucking eyes.
He is drinking heavily with another guy. Another guy kind of, it looks like he's in his 40s, but he's shorter. Again, kind of pirated out. He's got short orange hair and a mustache curled up at the ends. He's got a bulbous nose and pretty pale, freckled skin, a little reddish skin. He's wearing a red and white striped shirt. He has a 3-eyed handkerchief on his forehead, like wrapped around his head, like up by his hairline.
So,
look, Rick, I don't know if I could deal with talking to these guys.
Do we get the rest of the crew before we start this, or do we further peep the sitch?
I don't know, man. It's up to you. I am ready to fight, but I'm not ready to talk. If you want to peep more stitches,
We might need some conversationalists in this crew.
I've had good conversation, but I don't know if I could. They're testing me already.
They're clearly associated with who we're looking for.
Clearly associated with the people that I hate. In that number,
Just happened to mosey into the bar at this point.
These are the droids we were looking for.
it feels like that may be the case. So yeah, I mean, I could just hang back if you wanna. I mean.
What are we going to ask them? Are we going to just ask them, do they know Mr. Crane?
No, don't. I wouldn't say it'd be so obvious.
All right. Do you know your own leader?
So, hey.
Here's the thing. Your boss. It's a murdering son of a bitch, and he has to pay.
I think you should find out how to be clever, and I'll lay back and if something goes down,
I can
I'll
go
attack.
invisible and go eavesdrop.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
You're gonna turn invisible in the bar.
I could.
And probably maybe go.
I'd
like,
walk outside
somewhere
first
before you
and
do
then
that.
come back, and then turn invisible, then come back in.
The
Wait,
fucking-
wait, are there like saloon doors? They're like.
yeah, the doors just swing.
The doors
like
just swing
everyone-
I'm going to go. Is there a bathroom? Because I sneak somewhere discreetly and then turn
There's a
invisible.
restroom. Yeah, there's a restroom.
I wanna go into the restroom. wait, no, because I'll come back out the door. I gotta go somewhere where there's like not a door that I have to open.
Well, just go into like the hallway and make
No,
sure
no,
nobody's
wait.
watching, and just be like,
I would say we could play it off where like you go back out, like we go back outside together, and then just you come back in, but I'm still there
okay,
invisibly.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go to the bathroom together, and only I come
Oh,
out.
you come out.
This doesn't look weird at all.
No, I meant like the front door. The front door, like we both go out, but only you come back.
God.
No, trust me, we both like the back door. At this point, that's what it looks like.
Look, is there any hidden corners of this bar where I could go invisible?
It's a very well lit bar. It's like midday, and like
There's a spotlight on like the where I'm standing.
there's like other people like wondering what you guys are doing, just like talking and giggling in the middle of the fucking
Like
tavern.
obviously noticing us. Well, shit.
No, we're still talking to the robot man.
Yeah, like that's not the weirdest part of our night.
Right. Well, that
Make a
I mean,
choice.
we can either try to eavesdrop on these guys or
Go for it, bro. Seriously, just walk into the hallway of that the restroom is located.
yes.
There's gonna be a certain point where no one's looking at you.
Yep. I'm gonna wait for an opportune time to go invisible, and then I'm going to go invisible. And then I'm gonna walk up and stand like in a earshot vicinity of these gentlemen.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you go, you turn invisible. So that's a
That's my slot, yeah.
It's a second level spell slot. And you sneak back over, kind of close to them. Again, there is a couple people in particular, like that look like just drunks, just going from table to table, swinging their drink around, singing songs very loudly. You try to eavesdrop in on these two folks, and they're kind of they're drinking, not talking to each other too much. The shorter one with the orange hair, with the bandana around his head, is kind of quietly singing along to the guy that's going around, and the other one is kind of like waving his drink. He's had a few, obviously, and he's waving his drink around his face a little bit, and takes a sip, and he puts it down on the table, and he leans in to the other guy, and he like eyeballs Dino.
Ooh, he's mugging him.
Yeah. And he kind of under his breath says, "You reckon this guy's with the Sunrise 5?
Oh shit.
I think we should get the fuck out of here." And Chappie, without any sense of tact, like looks over his shoulder quickly and sees Dino as well, and they both have their drinks and kind of stand up from the table to leave and begin towards the door.
Well, if that's the case. Where's Dino at in relation to the door?
Dino's by the bar, so
they're not walking right past him, or are they?
not really past him. It's kind of not in the way, so they're just trying to leave.
It sounds like we're pretty formidable and famous, guys.
Yeah, it does. So we have a reputation.
Either that or they're going to go tell their guy that Dino's there.
Well, did I hear?
I think we definitely now want to like warn the rest of the group.
Dino did not hear this. Only.
Do we have like cell phones that work out here, or is there a signal?
Yeah, they work. Sure.
I think like now is the time to like share that like where we are and what we just saw, or like are currently seeing. I know like
All right, so you can share
some
that
people
with
are
the
up by the
group.
scrapyard, but like Ruby and Lucy are probably really close.
Yeah, they're pretty close by at the bazaar. Yeah, Felix and Slate kind of left the city, the town walls, and are going
Right.
to the scrapyard. Yeah, so
Shoot off a quick texty text and
text
let them know
let
what's
them
going on.
know. And then,
Text.
what do you guys want to do now? Because they're leaving. They're out. They're at the door. They're leaving the door. They're opening the door.
Are we
I
sleeping?
haven't heard anything.
Yeah. They're out.
I mean,
They're gone. They are outside the.
But they're gonna walk into Lucy and Ruby in theory.
In theory.
So I check my phone. I guess I see the text, then give him a. I look in his direction, like those guys just went out the door. Those guys.
Yes, those guys.
I text him, say, if you're invisible, follow them, and text us up.
Well, yeah, I will continue to follow them.
All right,
I'll follow them.
Yeah, you can follow them outside. They.
I think that we should just kind of hang back and
See
not
where they go.
like up. Yeah,
Find out what they're up to.
yeah. So like, I say to like Lucy, let's go somewhere that has like scarves and hats and glasses and stuff. And
Let's continue shopping, bitch.
yeah, like let's just kind of pretend that.
Yeah.
I quickly followed them out the door, so I didn't have to like open it myself.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you follow them out.
I tailgated them.
Dino, are you
I
going
mean,
out?
Dino,
as well?
you just kind of hang back.
I'm gonna hang back in the bar then.
All right, so you're gonna stay in the bar. Yeah, so they start walking. They're walking through the path of the bazaar back towards the front.
Rick, did you give us a description of these guys though?
But yeah, he would have told you.
I would have told you that they had like the bandanas
Yeah,
with
they had
with the
bandanas
symbol,
with the
the three eyes on it.
Second.
But it was a really quick texter, man. It was a really fast text I sent.
Yeah, you
There's
got
a
it.
lot of information in there.
You got it.
I use my technology skills.
That's right. Let me add. Where is?
I think I need to wrap up soon.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's like get into a phone we're gonna edit.
Yeah, they're kind of just walking through the bazaar towards the front. You don't know if they're going. They're leaving or what.
But they're heading towards like the gate of the bazaar, like to get out.
They're headed towards the gate of the
Okay.
the town. And as he passes, as they pass, Ruby and Lucy, they don't see you guys because you guys are kind of just like trying on stuff that's covering your faces and whatnot. You see the guy with the black and gray beard and big wavy hair. You see him pull out a cell phone, and you see him start to to work his thumb on the cell phone.
Should you just straight up like yoink it with your watch?
I can't. Well, I mean, I can like I could like stealthily take it, but not when he's using it actively. Like I have like a new
You
ability
could
where I can
literally
like
pickpocket somebody.
yeah, I got like steal some about people, like, not like their phone out of his hand while he's texting with it.
I
Like,
mean, I
I'm
just
not-
feel like he's sending a message. We should stop him from sending this message.
You could try to take it. It wouldn't be stealthy though. Yeah, like you wouldn't be able to use that ability. You would give away
Right.
your position.
You
Yeah,
could bump into him and flirt with him, Ruby.
He knows who the Sunrise
I could, like-
Five are.
I can like invisibly bump into him and like try to. But I mean, he's gonna pick it back up and send it unless we're gonna stop them actively. Unless we're confronting them right now to like stop them. That's like the only
I
option.
see him pull out his phone, and I'm going to try and tackle him.
You're gonna tackle him. Okay.
Yeah.
Up there, I guess we're
I don't want
confronting
him
them.
to send a
I
message
am
to
down
everybody.
to
saying-
roll for initiative.
I'm gonna say I'm going for it, guys.
Go ahead.
I love the bazaar where there's people everywhere.
There are
I
people
could have like
everywhere.
went up and like read the text, but
Go ahead and.
Well, you didn't say that. You didn't do it.
well, I have to get pretty close to read a text. I mean, I don't know if I could have done it or not.
Go ahead and make an opposed athletics check for him to tackle him.
When it's opposed, what does that mean?
Just do an athletics check.
Yeah,
26.
Are you gonna
26.
try?
26 is gonna do it. So you straight up tackle this dude, and the phone falls out of his hand.
He's got another buddy with him, right?
He does. So you guys
Roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative.
There it is.
I guess
There it is. That's how we always end.
Me. He only sees me right
it
now.
doesn't matter. You guys are all involved. Everyone's roll for initiative.
Alright.
Nope. I except for
I'm gonna roll the black.
Slate doesn't have to. He's not even.
I rolled a 19. Is it plus perception or just what I rolled?
Plus perception.
Oh, okay. Then it is a 27.
Okay.
Jesus.
I got a 25.
19.
In the middle of the bazaar, we're doing this.
16.
I'm not even there.
I will suggest that we leave the premises.
Do I get like any kind of a plus to my initiative because I'm invisible actively?
No, not any additional than you already have.
Damn it. I had 16.
Bro.
I am invisible.
At least you're invisible.
Yeah,
That's a good way to go into the battle.
That's
What did
not
I
bad.
Right.
You said 25.
I have 27. I forgot my plus 2.
She said, "Fuck you."
So you and Ruby have to re-roll to decide who's going first.
I have 20.
20. Okay.
So that one.
I got a 14.
Oh.
You didn't add anything to that, right? You just rolled? Just a straight roll?
Oh, my roll was a 4.
Okay. And Ruby's roll?
My roll was a 15.
Okay. Alright. So you... Okay.
Guess we're doing this thing in the middle of the bazaar.
Yeah.
I said, I'm just
bizarre.
tackling him so he can't
How
send a
bizarre.
message. I'm going to be like, I'm going to try to diffuse the situation.
You just
Yeah,
tackled
but he's
him.
gonna know who you are, I'm sure, if he
He
recognizes.
is. You already recognized Dino.
You recognize Dino.
Felix.
They recognize me. Sorry, guys.
You should have had
So-
that hat.
Let's
I'm
fuck
just
him
gonna
up.
listen. Who are you messaging? That's going to be my first. Like, I don't want any trouble.
Where
buddy.
is it?
We want
I know you know who I am. Who are
You
you?
never give the detonator to a regular citizen.
Like, I tackled him. Do I have him grappled?
Yeah, at the moment.
Yeah, he should be flat-footed, right? Like he's fucking on the ground.
Like, I should be on top of him, like, holding him down.
Yeah, you are.
He should be prone. And you
He's
should be.
We have to jump on these guys for sure. It's two of them. One's on the ground, and I'm invisible. We've got the drop on these guys.
Yeah, let's assume that's all it's gonna be.
But
There can't possibly anyone else in this bazaar that's probably full
They're not
of
gonna,
all
like-
the henchmen.
They're not gonna like play some conch shell. It's gonna be like.
It's
God,
just
did you hear my question?
No,
he's just
sorry.
laughing because we're about to die.
When I tackled him, am I like, do I have him grappled? Am I on top of him?
Yeah,
I think
you have him like in a not on top. You have him like in a. You grabbed him. You kind of had to grapple him from the back, so you kind of tackled him from behind. So you have a grip around him, like
He
this,
stiff-armed you,
on the
and you
ground.
fell to the ground.
Okay.
Give you a clothesline.
It's about that time that the Sunrise Five looked up and realized that all the other vendors are actually members of the of his gang.
Members of Cthulhu's.
They don't have a name yet, do they? We don't have like their crew, so we haven't had an official name for them.
We always have to ask their name.
Third
Yeah.
eye blind.
Scott doesn't just give names willingly.
Yeah.
We have to check to see
What do you call yourself?
How do you identify?
We're just calling them the Furleys until otherwise noted.
Early.
Or they're pirates, whatever.
They're the Furleys.
Oh, Donnie
Junie.
lives. Bye, Donnie.
Bye, Donnie.
Hi, Donald.
All right. I guess that's where we'll end it this week.
We'll get ready for more initiative.
Yeah. You guys are now in initiative still.
I'll bring my initiative.
So Dino's inside the tavern. Rick is outside, invisible, kind of right behind what's going on. Lucy is at a stand nearby. Ruby has straight up tackled the dude. Is on the ground. Slate and Felix
I feel like,
are by the front gate, like kind of.
Sandra Bullock in Miss Congeniality, where she thinks that the guy has a gun and she tackles him. You know,
Yeah.
like that's. But like, I'm impulsive and I see him turn a message, and I know that he knows who we are. So
Gotcha.
Well,
Hey, I like it.
it's gonna speed it up because we're gonna need to fight these guys eventually. So.
Well, like I said, my goal is to try to diffuse the situation a bit. I don't want
Have
to
you
try
ever
to
like tackled someone in public and then tried to defuse the situation?
Hey, I just
Oh, I
want
didn't see you there, sir.
I mean, listen, you know who I am. You know who's with me.
And
So let's go outside and talk.
we're already
You are
outside.
outside.
Let's go outside of the bazaar and talk. Like, let's go away from other people and talk.
We might be able to like at least like take them away from innocent bystanders.
Right.
It's like kids running around and shit.
Baby.
We're gonna start shooting like lasers and shit. Like, just
Yeah,
little
I'm not trying to do
children
that,
around.
but he was about to send a text alerting to our whereabouts.
I don't know. He could have been playing Wordle.
You could have
I
been.
don't think that's
Snake.
what he was doing.
I'm like a Nokia.
Yeah,
He was
playing
he,
Snake.
he was texting his child that he was gonna be home a little late for dinner tonight. You just tackled him.
He said, "Tiny Tim, you know what?"
He doesn't even know that I straight up tackled him. I could just pretend that I fell.
He knows you tackled him.
He was on the way to
Because
the
he was
hospital
actively
to-
trying not to be tackled
Saw it happen.
when you tackled him.
He tried to avoid it.
Oh man. Well, this will be fun for the next encounter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which is
I can't wait to see the map that's gonna have. I mean, I guess you already have the
Yeah,
map.
I'm available next Wednesday.
The map.
I think next Wednesday should be fine.
Battle map.
next
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
I don't even know if
I
I'm.
think
Gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna do a battle map for that. We can probably just.
You can just like stick us on the map you already have.
Yeah, just
Of
make
the-
it really,
Always-
really tiny.
yeah.
We're so smart you can't even see it.
Bizarre.
I mean, it's just those two guys, right? It's just two. The one I have tackled and the other guy.
Correct.
For now, that we know of,
Currently. Yeah. You never know like who their crew is.
right, or where they're at.
Right.
Which is
Maybe
exactly
Felix,
why I
maybe
tackled
Felix
him.
is in their crew all along.
I say we need a battle map.
I mean, I could whip one up. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like a whatever. Alright guys.
Yep.
Are we doing next Wednesday? Is that what we want to do?
That
Yep.
should work. I think that should be fine.
All right, cool.
Absolutely.
We shall reconvene in 1 week.
Alrighty.
Okay.
I'll catch y'all later.
Everyone, have a good